Hey everybody. Hey Razvin. It is Friday night, and that means trophies. Volume's off. Feel like I need to burp. So, all that's left in Sly 3, the remaining Master Thief challenges. All in that final episode. Then attain the rank of Dread Pirate, whatever this trophy is, which I might honestly have to look up because I'm not sure what to do for that one. This one I might have the ability by now. This one, it's an ability from Murray. Hi Aiden, hi Cassie, hey Timothy. Working on the plot of the PS4 and PS5 versions of Cyberpunk. Oh, nice! Fell asleep during the last stream. We streamed kind of late last night trying to finish everything. All right. So let's see. Let's start out with the remaining Master Thief challenges. There's only 5 of them. Okay. Alrighty. It's not too bad. I don't know how hard any of them are going to be. I think the last one's going to be a pain in the ass, because I think it's a boss fight. You have to speed run the final boss fight. Or no, I think it's a half-health final boss fight, actually. I don't think it's a speed run. I think it's just a half-health. Alright, so we definitely don't want to get hit by the flying dead bodies. Like I did there, but damage is fine. You can take a couple of hits here. Alright. Ratalaika. I haven't seen a Ratalaika trailer in forever. Woke up at 5:30 a.m. Run. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing good. Dealing damage. And now we can get some health back. Perfect. I feel like I'm better off just attacking him and not focusing on the little minions. Alright, that's good. Phase 2 done. He's got a little bit more health than I would have liked. Okay, so that was actually still hurting me somehow. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I guess I needed to get to a different piece of cover or something. Almost done with all the trophies for Iki Island DLC. Nice, nice. And then Legends mode. Hey, sweet. Saving New Game Plus for last. Just want to wait a bit. Yeah, that's fair. You can beat it pretty quickly, though, thankfully. Obviously, didn't get any trophy stuff done, but Japanese copy of Mafia 2 arrived. Nice. Obviously, there's a way to dodge this that I'm just not remembering. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait a minute. I'm dumb. I'm big stupid. That's it, right? I have to jump up to here. Yep, I'm just big stupid. Alright, almost down. We're running out of time as well. Alright, now you're up here. And got it. Okay, that wasn't too bad once I actually remembered what to do. Entirely my own fault. Been continuing working on Black Ops 6's multiplayer. Once you get the gold camo. You can do the camos in zombies. You can grind everything for the camos in zombies. Easier way to do it. So, some good games lately above the usual shovelware. Oh, that's good then. Yep, apparently Black Ops 6 is fixed, so that's why I have it backlogged for download. Okay, so this one is not even a time challenge. It's just kill these things before they kill us. And we don't have to collect any energy. So this one shouldn't be that bad, at least with the rewind feature. You know, if I could not do stupid things like that and just walk right into one of them. Or drive right into one of them. Alright, come on. Got him. That's 3. Alright, get around him. Oh, come on now. That was a bit rude. Come on. You get up here. There we go. Got around him. So I guess that is a turret on the front that they can use to shoot you if you get in front of them. And we flipped over. That's totally fine. Okay, that's 6. Almost halfway. At least this one doesn't have a time limit. Alright, good. Now they're spawning a little bit more commonly, so maybe we can get through this a little bit faster now. Oh, well, don't want to do that. Oh, took a direct hit. Well, that's okay. We got plenty of health. Alright, so I think there is a job for the Ancestors Gauntlet. I think that's one of the challenges. And it's like a 5-minute timer or something to get through the entire thing. Gonna have to lock in for that one, because that one, you're not gonna be able to make much in the way of mistakes for a longer period of time. Go back up to here and just reset that jump, because I don't like the way I fell. Ow. Alright, that was easy. Let him kill me now? That was actually very easy. Thankfully, rewind feature. Alright, Rush Hour, I guess stage first trophy for zombies. You don't get to start off with the loadout you won't. I don't remember, honestly. I haven't played the game in a while, but now that that's fixed, I'll probably go play that soon, as soon as I can get it downloaded. Still haven't been added to the Battlefront 2 groups. I'm gonna have to message the main guy. That's weird. But yeah, if you can't, if they're not joining, or they're not letting you join, definitely should. Alright, so 2 down. Okay, this is a time version of this. It's not a health version, so that's actually probably a little easier. Yeah, I'd rather do a time version. Oh, I thought it was going to be the entire battle against all the planes. Never mind. We have infinite ammo, so... Alright, time for Trippy. Ooh, I took a lot of damage there. Let's try not to do that again. Alright, he's already over halfway down. Alright, he's about 2/3 of the way down, but I know he's going to do his Trippy thing again, so... Ooh, I actually am doing very well with the time on this one. Oh no, I can shoot you straight through the center of these weird green things. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Oh god, this is trippy though. Don't watch this if you get seizures easily, I guess. I feel like it could cause that. Wow, that was really easy. Man! 3 easy challenges so far, but I know the last 2 are going to be a little bit more hellish. Yep, get through the gauntlet under time pressure with no checkpoints. This should be interesting. Another session, but they're only doing the level 50 trophy. Oh, okay. Oh, well, apparently that wasn't what I was supposed to do there.
Sure knew how to decorate. Nothing but big piles of gold.
Okay, so do I have to interact with everything? I do. The time limit is fairly generous. It's like 7 minutes, I think. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all the time I have to play with you today, Chris. Maybe someday we get that remake. Probably not, but maybe someday. Oh, you actually get coins during this if you want them? Oh, okay. I don't want to go after the coins, though, because that's just going to distract me from the main goal. And there's also no checkpoint, so that doesn't matter much because we have rewind. That really doesn't matter at all because of rewind. Alright, so we've only burned like a tiny bit of our time so far, so... At least you don't have to get through it no damage or something like that. That'd be actually quite a bit insane. Well, again, like with the rewind and with the fact that then you wouldn't be under a time crunch. I don't know, if they combined them both at once, it could be challenging. Alright, so I think one of y'all told me yesterday that there is that one trophy in this area. The one for the computer. And it's like you have to look at something with the binocucom. It's possible to get the take down 50 UAVs thing. I always just got them on Nuketown. Because the map was small enough that people were getting kills constantly to be able to call them in, usually, so... I didn't have any problems with getting them. It was just the fact that the trophy was bugged, and I had to do it way more than 50 times. Probably like 75, 80 times or so, and then it just, like, randomly unlocked. I still gotta make the trophy video for Black Ops 6, actually. It's one of the many in my backlog to work on. I'm sure that there are some crazy skips you can do here if you're, like, actually really good at the game. I'm sure there's a bunch of skips you can do here. Only playing Nuketown, nobody's using them? Really? That's surprising, because they were using them, you know, 2 or 3 times a match when I was playing the game. I don't know if it's just because the servers are already getting unpopulated or something, which I guess is a possibility. But maybe it's just like, well... Then maybe it's just like the servers are not as populated. Oh, come on. Don't be doing that. Alright, so we'll let this one go in. Alright, this one's an easy pattern. Come on. I hit the wrong button. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. And we got it this time. I guess I'm just letting the time pressure get to me a little bit here. Alright, jump those. And off to here. I think we're making pretty good time. Alright, we're up to the pirate era Cooper. And now we've got this little section. You know, I think there's an ability in the... Isn't there not necessarily a stealth ability, but like a invisibility thing in this game? Or was that only in like Sly 2? Alright, you know what? Forget it. That's fine. We can take damage here, because it's not like it was on the other run, so we actually can take damage. No problem. Okay, we're into the Wild West. Get some health back. Get some money. I did grind a little bit of money off stream. I just didn't want to risk getting to that Dread Pirate rank and not be on video during it. It wouldn't have been the end of the world if I did, but... why is he not making that jump? Why is he suddenly not able to make that jump? Sly, you have made that jump no problem throughout this game. Okay, that one was on me for jumping a little early, but... Come on now, Sly. You don't get to slack off in the final level, in the final stream. And we're good. Jump to this one. Single jumps work well enough, actually. Cool. I can't read comments at the moment, guys. I'll check chat here in a second. I gotta get through all this other stuff first. Alright, we're up to Victorian era London Cooper. And now we're on to the hooks that randomly open and close. Well, I got that on a very good pattern, so that's good. Now we're on to the hooks that do something. Oh, that's what they do. Right. Should have probably remembered that because I just did this yesterday. Alright, let's take a pause here so I can catch up on comments. Black Ops 6 being fixed, assume the handgun only challenge is coming up. Oh, for sure. Mike Banning challenge. I will be curious to see what happens because I suspect that a majority of the missions are going to be doable. Getting to pick your own loadout before them is huge. But there's usually something in there that ends up screwing me at the last second. Do you need to buy the deluxe upgrade for the DLC? For Battlefront? I can't remember, honestly. That DLC might have been free, actually. I don't really remember, though. It's not unpopulated, just not seeing the stuff. Oh, okay, then. Latest Zombies map has been fun. That's good. Don't know if the trophy works during the challenge. Oh, okay. Well, I'll try it, and we'll see what happens. Hey, Goran. Yeah, I'll try it and see what happens. Okay, this one... I just gotta get in a rhythm. Or probably just actually being patient here. Alright, this is actually fairly easy once you get the pattern down. Okay, so this is... I guess 1950s Cooper? And made it. We'll see if it works. And now we got fan blades. That was weird. That was a little bit odd. Oh, I can't land on him. That's what I was doing wrong. I thought you could land on him. Or I thought you could spire jump to him, I mean. I didn't know you just had to land on him normally. Ah, that would explain a lot. Alright, we made it to the main area. The final area. That was cool, I saw it. It said, "Hello World." Yeah, so you can't get it here. Well, that sucks. Well, guess we'll be replaying this job one more time to get that trophy. Not a big deal, just slightly annoying.
Nice.
I don't know why they wouldn't just allow it to be done in the challenge, though. And I don't see why they would be that kind of stingy about it. I know that with, like, the Master Thief sprints, or something you couldn't get coins on. Okay, that was very easy, actually. So that was pretty easy. Alright. This one I'm worried about. It's actually not a health challenge, it's a time challenge. This boss fight's annoying, so we'll see how this goes. You can level up on zombies? Yes, you can. You only have to play the multiplayer to get the multiplayer-specific trophies. Alright. This one's gonna suck. Because it's timed. Okay, so we do that. Hide under the boat. Okay, he's just gonna get a cheap hit in on me that I could not avoid. Yeah, I hate this boss fight. It's such a random difficulty spike, too. Like, compared to anything else in the game, this is at least 10 times harder than any other boss fight in this game. Like, nothing else really even comes close. Alright, which one is he going to open up next? Of course, he opens up the one I wasn't under. Like, how am I supposed to dodge that? Okay, that one I actually walked right into, but... Okay, that's not actually what I even did, controller. And then he just does that, and it's unavoidable. It's like, it's a straight-up unavoidable move. Okay, well, now I can't even do a recovery. Great game design. Absolutely fantastic on the game design there. How? God, he, like, basically one-shots you. Guess you'll just need to work on the multiplayer stuff first. Yeah, get the multiplayer stuff first. Yeah, I got extremely pissed off because this fight is unfair. Like, this fight is an insane difficulty spike compared to anything else in the game. Like, even the challenges, like, the General Sal fight and the challenges and stuff are annoying, sure, but this is on an entirely different level. Because you can't dodge most of his attacks. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? He lands and shocks the ground. Lands and shocks the ground. So can I guess I can get one hit in on him? Is that what it's telling me? That I can just do one hit in on him? But sometimes it doesn't work. Like, sometimes he just kills you. Have to 50 UAVs trophy. I don't think you'll have to boost it. But honestly, I'm really surprised that you're not getting more of them. Like, is everyone just using the kill-based streaks? Like, the actual... Well, when I say that, I mean the lethal streaks? Is that what everyone's doing? Just using the lethals only? Okay, that's not fair. You literally can't dodge any of his attacks. The time limit isn't even that strict. It's just all the other bullshit. You can't dodge his stupid attacks. Like that. Like, the electric pool makes no sense. And then he just charges you, and you can't dodge that, so... I don't know what they expect you to do. Because it won't let you dodge. And I have a combat dodge ability, but it doesn't work. Unless it's something you have to equip, maybe? Is that what it is? Like... Oh, okay, well, I guess I will try this then. Oh, well, it just dodged directly into an enemy. If I get hit one more time, I'm done. Okay, this is fucking broken. Alright, I'm gonna try it again, though, with the dodge roll ability, or just dodge ability equipped. Oh, yeah, this is a ridiculous difficulty spike. Like, the General Sal fight is annoying, but I didn't struggle with it anywhere near this much. I do not remember this fight being this bullshit. I do not remember it being this bad on the PS3 version. It probably was, and I probably just blocked it from my memory. I'm sure that there's a retro achievement for this to do it without getting hit. I'm sure that's probably a thing, even though not many people are using. Really? Because honestly, like I said, I didn't have any problem getting it aside from the fact the trophy was bugged for me. So even when I did what I was supposed to, it wouldn't unlock. Is there a way to get rid of these blue energy ball things? They're really annoying. Hey, that's like the only real threat right here. Like, or do you just have to take the hit? I feel like there's no way... Well, I guess if you were doing a no damage run of this, like if you were on the retro achievements list, if that's a thing, which I suspect that it probably is, because they love unfair achievements on there. I suspect... Okay, I don't know how he just did that. Okay, that took out like 2/3 of my health, because that's fair. So yeah, I suspect that, at least with that, you could take all the time you needed. So you could just literally, like, wait for as long as you needed. Okay, Sly, you can grapple onto Mr. Evil Guy anytime now. Alright, so now he's gonna pop up the last vehicle. Alright, we got enough time left. I'm not too worried about, like I said, I'm not super worried about the time. Oh, it's fire now. Well, we basically got a checkpoint here at this phase of the fight, so that's good. Yeah, that's surprising that that trophy's becoming problematic outside of just when it was broken for me. And I don't even think that was a common bug. I think it was only broken for a handful of people, including me. But then again, I had other things that weren't broken, that were broken for other people, I believe. Like, I got Rush Hour before it broke in the first place. Okay, not sure how you can dodge that and still do this in time. Oh, now he's got... Actually, that might be easier to dodge. Okay, so he does fire behind him, but that actually might be easier to dodge. Yeah, that's actually easier to dodge. That's easier than the Phase 2 one, with the electric. If I was slightly better at the game, I say that. Okay, yeah, that's actually a lot easier to dodge, so... That's surprising, so the final phase of that was easier. Like, the third phase of that was really quite simple compared to the first or second phase, at least. That's surprising. Well, I only ever have to do that one more time in my life when I do the PS4 version of this game. But that is every challenge in the game completed. So, let's head on back to the Dead Men That Tell No Tales and start getting money. I grinded a little bit of money, but probably not anywhere near enough. Oh yeah, I'm not anywhere near... Oh wait! And I bought a few of the power-ups too, so we're actually not horribly far off. So we need 3,600 more. We only need 3,600 more coins. Yeah, that was a little bit ridiculous, but hey, we only need 3,600 more coins. That's not too bad. Actually, you know what? Let me knock out a quick Bentley trophy. And do the planting things in people's pockets. Which one of these is it? I don't think it matters. Let's use this one. Actually, now that I think about it, I actually don't know. Yeah, I actually don't know. It's like, you can do that, obviously. That's definitely not how you do this. Okay, I may have to look this one up because... Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know what to do for this one. I don't know if am I missing an ability? I don't think I am. Yeah, this one I'm not entirely sure about. Let me look this one up. How much longer until the plat? Honestly, at this point, I'm not entirely sure because I'm not really sure about this particular trophy. And then there's the... couple other things. Okay, so what do we have to do for this one? I am legitimately curious now because you can't just plant a bomb that way. Unless I'm just... I'm sure that it's something really simple. And I'm just dumb, but... Alright, so he's currently in the first area of the game, the Paris area. Really? That's all you have to do? Huh. What I might want to do after both versions of this and Star Wars are done... What I might... I know that I want to do the... No, that's definitely not it. And that's the grapple cam, so we don't want the grapple cam. Is it this one? Is that it? That might be it. But college football 2025 or 25, definitely doing that, though I don't know if it's going to be like a full stream series or not yet. No, that's not it either. It's not that, I don't think. No, it's not that. It's not that. Okay. I would love to know how he's able to do that. Oh, is it a mission-specific trophy? Hang on. Okay, so he's not going to commentate and tell us what to do. Okay, that literally doesn't help. What does this guide say? Hold triangle to prepare a bomb. Okay, I don't know why the other guide couldn't have simply included that. I don't know why the other guide couldn't have simply said, hold triangle to place bomb. Like that. Would have made this a little bit easier, but whatever. Some guides are pretty crap, so that's okay. Ooh, well, that is an unfortunate placement for everyone. Well. Oh, so it goes off after a while no matter what. Okay. Alright, well, that's simple enough. Am I near the end of LEGO Star Wars? Not really. I've still got a lot of free play to do. Huh. I'm not sure I ever knew you could even do that in the original version. Maybe I did at some point, but that's actually, kind of neat. Like, it's not stealthy, obviously, but still. Yeah, I love when people, like, either put it in the description or talk about it or something. Like, don't just post the video and not give any instructions whatsoever on what to actually do now. Well, at least now we know. And someone in the comments said you could plant them with on Carmelita, which is kind of hilarious. Alright, so that's actually quite easy, just the game didn't make it very clear that that's what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I'm not sure I ever even knew this was a thing you could do. Never knew about this either. Okay, good, so I'm not alone in that. The Augments Trophy, basically what you do is you find an augment from the menu that you want to upgrade. I would suggest the perks, personally, because I think that's probably your best bet. Get things like Jug upgraded. Yeah, try to get things like Jug upgraded. And then, with that... Ooh! We just shot me in the butt. Or shell, or head, or other part of turtle body. Basically what you do is... you select which augment you want to start grinding for, and then everything you do gives you progress toward it, but actually extracting at the end gives you way more. You're going to have a lot more trouble getting it if you don't extract at the end. So you pretty much... the method, from what I remember, was something like play the game to round 31, and on round 31, when you get the chance to extract, do it then. And that's what I always did. Now, when you get to that point, the extraction is not easy. Alright, that's a pretty cool ability that I never knew about. But okay, we got it. Now we gotta pick someone's pocket as Murray, however that's going to work. I'm not actually sure I know it's one of his abilities. I think it's like a shakedown ability, if I remember correctly. Alright, Murray, it's your turn to steal money. Okay, maybe it isn't a special ability. I'm assuming he can't just sneak up on people, though. Because he's a giant freaking hippo. I doubt he can actually sneak up on people. Saying extracting reminds you about playing Division 1 DLC. Oh my god, that was one of the worst experiences of my life. Still one of the worst DLCs. Okay, so he's got treasure on him that I've ever suffered through. Shouldn't have started Black Ops 6, honestly. Well, too late now. Okay, I didn't actually want to do that. It's that. It's circle. Okay. Got it. So it's always different buttons. I knew you could do that, though. I knew about that shakedown ability from the past. I remember doing that in the original version of the game, so... I did at least know about that. Okay, so all we have left now is not to play as Bentley. But all we have left now is to get enough money and sink enough ships to become a Dread Pirate. We only need about, what, 3,500 more coins? So I don't think it'll take too long. Is this our ship? It's that one. And then once we do that, we just do the Ancestors Gauntlet. One last time, get that last trophy, and we're done. That'll be our Platinum. I have every Sly trophy list done, except for the PS4 version of Sly 3, which I will get started on soon. And I probably will be able to get that done well before this video comes out. It's not like you care about having every game done. That's true. Bought the DLC for 2. Oh, okay, yeah. The second game's DLCs are pretty easy for the most part. Like the raid, since you can join into it late, as long as it has a full group, and people know how to carry you, like, I did learn how to do the first raid, and got decently good at it. But the second raid, I never learned. I spent all of, like, maybe 10 seconds ever watching a video of it.
Great shot!
And that was pretty much it. And just got carried by a random group through it. Which is how stuff like Destiny worked for me. Because I got carried through a lot of the stuff in both Destiny games, especially the stuff in Destiny 1 with the raids and everything. Isn't it crazy to think that, like, isn't the Destiny storyline done now? Like, isn't the official, like, at least original storyline now done?
Kaboom!
Which makes me wonder what they'll do next. I guess we're not going to get any more content for it. I mean, I know we haven't had Trophy Sport in forever, but...
Oh, yeah!
I mean, Destiny 2 was fun for me because it was back in, like, my senior year of college.
Thunder cannons!
So I had a lot of free time, so I was playing it quite a bit. I mean, carried for sure in 1 and 2. Honestly, most of 2 is not all that hard. Yeah, most of 2 is not all that hard. But 1's DLCs are all a pain in the ass. Because with 1, you have the first DLC, which is not really difficult, it's just a grind. That first DLC is actually quite easy overall, it's just a massive grind. The second DLC is that god-awful one that haunted me for years until I eventually got carried through it, and even then it was still a miserable time. And then the third DLC is also an insane grind. It might be boostable. If it is, I'm not sure exactly how that would happen. It might be boostable, though. And I hope for most people's sake it is, because that was a terrible experience. Just with how long it took to win 50 games. It was so freaking boring, and the game's so full of hackers. 'Cause that's really about the only PvP stuff you really have to do. That's a little bit tougher to boost, at least.
The bulwark is out!
This is bad. Our ship has taken on significant damage. But we also have almost 1,000 coins, so money is worth dying over in this game. In this game, not in real life, please. We're slowly getting hits. I guess some of the ships are just tougher than others, or maybe it actually does, like, calculate where you hit them at as to what kind of damage you see happen, which would be kind of neat, actually. This guy does not want to go down. He is taking a lot of punishment. Usually your boosting partners are better than you. For me, it depends on the game.
All right.
And with stuff like Division, definitely boosting partners were better at the game than I was. In both games. I actually just missed. I think we're about to, like, crash into the shore, so that was a lot of effort to go through for one ship. 270, that's not bad. That was a lot of effort to go through for a single ship. Oh, great. Now we're in this thing again where we get stuck on a rock. Turn hard! Fire! I only think of that final scene from the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie with that. Where it's just like the Endeavor ship or whatever it's called, the gigantic ship with like 500 cannons on it. The dude is like so shell-shocked, I guess, or whatever, that he refuses to fire any of their like 50 million guns.
Take that.
And it gets them all killed. And that not a single sailor on there thought to fire their guns? Oh, we were taking damage there. Oops. Still try to help, of course. Yeah, same thing for me. Like, I'm gonna try to help for sure, but just not making any promises of any actual skill coming in on some games. Yeah, then he just literally stands there and he's like, "It's just good business," and repeats that over and over again. And then they all die. And for some reason, no one on the ship decided to temporarily mutiny and fire a cannon when they could have had a chance. I love stupid NPCs in movies and games. And that was a movie. Alright, so at least those two are attacking each other, so I can have a second here to literally take a direct freaking hit. Ugh, these guys are not messing around. They're a little tough. Yeah, these guys ain't messing around. It was about to hurt.
The wood crumbles.
Yeah, this ship is taking a beating. Alright, so we can hopefully get 2 in on him.
Great shot.
That's a direct hit. Bring it about the other side. And we fire. And I think we got him now. It'd be kind of dickish move to let them take care of everything and you just sit in the corner or something. Yeah, but it depends on what the game is and who the boosters are. Like, sometimes if you're getting carried through stuff, they might not want you to do very much. They might just give you 1 or 2 instructions along the way. And they might want you to stay out of their way when they're doing certain things. That does happen sometimes, depending on the game. Man! Alright, so the left side of the ship can sustain more damage. I'm just not having the best of luck with this today. Alright, that's another kill. I don't know how many ships we have to take out to reach the final rank, though. It's probably like 75 or something. Okay, so we desperately need a health pack. Yeah, we're almost out of cannons, and I attacked from the wrong side. I definitely just attacked from the wrong side. Oh, we're about to die. We're going to totally die now. Somehow we didn't die. I have no idea how we survived that. I have no clue how we just survived that. Okay then. Oh, that one hit us. At least I was ready for that one. Turn it hard. I wonder if there were, if naval battles were really anything like this back in those good old piracy days. And that didn't go very well. You know, that buzz just feels lazy to you. I get that, but it's like, it just depends on the game and who the boosters are. Sometimes they may prefer to do stuff themselves. They might be worried that you might do something wrong and ruin the whole thing. Depending on the game, that could potentially happen. Not likely, but could happen. Some people take those games very, very seriously. Even people boosting might take the game really seriously, for one reason or another. Man! You wish to take any damage today, sir? I mean, he's smoking, so he's almost down. Got him. Find it crazy Black Ops 6's platinum is so common. Is it common? What's its percent? I honestly don't know. Alright, 1,700 coins. This is good. We are making some money. That's another singular ship. I don't know, maybe I'll capture this one, see if that speeds things up a little bit. I don't know if it will or not, but I might just try to do that, just see what happens. Ah, nope. Still not. Man! Wanna go down today, sir? Where he holds like the guy you were gonna boost Hot Wheels with. Oh yeah, gotcha. You can sometimes get some bad partners, that's for sure. 12%? Wow. That is actually, I agree, that is a shockingly high percentage for a Call of Duty Platinum. Especially given it's not even one of the really easier ones. I assume that some of it is from auto-popping, because it does backwards auto-pop certain things. Not everything, but it does backwards auto-pop some aspects of it. So I suspect that's at least a little bit of the reason.
Thunder cannons!
Yeah, I suspect that's at least part of the reason. But yeah, that is a very surprising amount of people that have gotten that platinum done. Or maybe it was mostly trophy hunters that bought it. That's another thing, like, because I feel like people have really turned on Black Ops 6. I mean, the campaign stuff's fairly easy, for the most part. As usual with Call of Duty. Man, will you just go down already, sir? You are... I better get a lot of money for this.
I reckon skipped on that one.
He is just not going down. And lands a direct hit.
Great shot!
Thank you. Man, he took a beating. Alright, let's go take out the boss and see if that helps. That would make Modern Warfare 3's PS4 version common. Well, yeah, it auto-pops the zombies 50,000 kill trophy. But it doesn't auto-pop much more. Like, it doesn't auto-pop a lot in that game. And, like, the 50,000 is really quite easy, just a massive grind. So really the only... Like, it doesn't pop the Orcus trophy, or the 5 contracts in a high threat zone trophy. Which, yeah, you can exploit that, but not everyone does it that way. And that might... Not, I mean, it'll probably work forever because they haven't fixed it, and it's been out for however many years now. Medium necklace. Did I actually really get much... Ooh! That was good. That was a lot. Alright, so we don't want to attack on the left side. And we actually just dodged all of those shots. Reload the cannons! Alright, at least it's the right side that's going to take these hits, which can afford them. Man. Yeah, that is really surprising, though, that it's that common of a platinum. Definitely makes you feel a little bit less inclined to probably do that platinum or care about that platinum. Unless you're just, like, trying to do every single Call of Duty game, in which case, totally fair. Obviously, you gotta do it at some point. It's actually kind of funny, I think I've mentioned this before, but, me and Ghost were at one point fathoming the idea of going for Black Ops 3 on PS3, like back during the COVID years. We actually, like, at least briefly fathomed the idea of doing it. Obviously we didn't, but we had thoughts of possibly doing it. Probably a good I mean, I would say it's probably a good thing we didn't, but I think it's all still obtainable if you started the game prior to when they broke it. So I think it's actually all still obtainable as long as you started the game then. Although the servers have been terrible ever since the game came out. Alright, this is good. This is going to get us some money. After this, I think we just need to keep killing ships, though. Because I'm assuming it's like 75 or something. It's probably the ranking that we need. Medium diamond. Very nice. When he wanted a time and date to boost, yet he already said he's free Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So basically during a normal person's working hours. When someone who has a job is not going to be able to join. You need the vibe that if you're late by a 10th of a second or a 100th of a second, he would block you and say you wasted his time. Yeah, there can be some that are like that. Alright, we actually are getting close on the money. A few more ships and we'll have enough money. That was a terrible shot. Hang on. That was a terrible shot. I'm reloading that. Well, they knocked out one of our cannons. And now he's going to turn toward us like an idiot. I think at this point I'm better off just, like, actually destroying some ships. Because I think we need to just destroy some at this point to become a Dread Pirate. But watch it be like 100 or something. I don't think it is, but that would suck if it was. Wonder how the Black Ops 7 trophy list is going to look. God, it's probably going to be a mess. We're already talking about how it's probably going to have, like, round 256 in Dead Ops Arcade or some bullshit like that. And a lot of this you can make easier depending on where you start the fight from. If you do like that and start the attack from the back or the front, you might still die. Some people would definitely do that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think now it's probably just destroying ships until we level up enough. Alright, we only need a little bit more money, though. Ooh, there we go. We got a battle with two of them. More dangerous, but much more rewarding for progress. Alright, let's hit the one on the right first. Reload the guns!
Take that!
That's a good hit. Do they have more health if they're alone? That's what this is starting to look like a bit. Obviously, I have Dead Ops Arcade 4. Yep. I'll reach a round 100 trophy on both round-based and Dead Ops. You know, that's not entirely impossible that they would do that. Now, depending on the COD Zombies game, obviously making it to that round is easier or harder depending on the iteration of zombies you're looking at. Because, for example, like, with something like Black Ops 3, that was obviously way more doable than something like the original Black Ops or World at War. Well, no, not World at War, because World at War, you could do that rather easily on Shinonuma. Or even Ascension, of course, had a lot of easy stuff to it with that. I'm getting so addicted to doing COD Platinums unless they do the same thing they did with Cold War. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Man, that's another set of ships down. We didn't take much damage there, and we almost have enough money. So we are almost done with the money part of the grind. Buy every ability. And then we just got to go back to the Cooper Vault one last time and knock out that trophy. But first we got to get to Dread Pirate. Alright, there we go. We got another 2 for 1. That's a good start. Yeah, there we go. That is a good hit. Good first hit. Or good first barrage. The gun's cool. So I guess they're all just, like, infinite ammo weapons. They just have to be reloaded. Because that makes sense. Why wouldn't Bentley have just engineered them to, like, be semi-automatic or something? Because semi-automatic weapons existed at the time of the Revolutionary War, at the time when pirates were a thing. They existed, as did various crew-served, what you want to call it, Gatling-style weapons. Yeah, they literally had semi-automatic weapons at the time of the pirates and everything, so bring those in. Would have been fun. I think Assassin's Creed 4 even has one of them, if I remember correctly. I think the Puckle gun is in that game. Yeah, that's a fun fact for people who didn't know. Repeating and semi-automatic firearms existed in this day and age, in the 1700s. Fun fact of the day for you. Okay, just turn around, get behind him, and jam the cannonball up his booty hole. I don't know why I was doing that in that weird voice, because that made no sense. Well, we just got hit hard. Yeah, someone needs to just mod this game and put the Puckle gun in. That'd be hilarious. That'd actually be hilarious. I mean, we see something similar to it even in Ghost of Tsushima. You know, set in the 12th century or whenever it is. 12th or 13th century with the Hwacha. Basically, primitive, potentially fully automatic rocket launcher. A very unreliable and primitive rocket launcher, but one nonetheless. And I wouldn't be trusting my life using one of those things back in that day and age. They had that in Walking Dead, I think, in like the final season for some reason. All right, we're up to Captain. All right, we're up to a Captain rank. Let's go. But yeah, the Puckle gun, it was basically like an early version of a Gatling gun. Not a minigun. An early version of the Gatling gun that we saw during the Civil War when it first became used. Basically, what you do with it is... it was a single-barreled weapon. Had to be mounted. It was supposed to be mounted on ships. Single-barreled weapon, and you would rotate a cylinder at... basically think like a giant revolver is a good way to put it. That's basically what it was a giant revolver.
Oh, yeah!
I want to say its rate of fire was an average of 9 rounds per minute, which for that time period was exceptional. They were just never used in mass.
The bulwark is out.
Because I guess people either couldn't afford them or just didn't trust them. Which is fair for that kind of technology. Hey, T-Jade. But yeah, that's a fun fact for the day. That was a thing that existed. Repeating black powder firearms with a 50-round magazine existed as far back as the 16th century. It has some name that I can't pronounce because it was made in, like, Switzerland or Sweden or something. It was a black powder repeating rifle that could fire, that had up to a 50-round magazine.
Sweet shot. This floating ship.
And of course the Giordani air rifle, semi-automatic air rifle made in the late 1700s. Just is not, like, close to the same power as a normal black powder gun. But either action-based or semi-auto, depending on the model you got of it. 20-round mag. Good old days where stuff like that was a thing that existed. Hey, Austin, I'm having some bourbon tonight. And sparkling water, of course. Because I always drink sparkling water. Because I'm the one weird person that buys it. Even though, like I've said before, clearly Food Lion must have demand for it. Because constantly people are buying it. So I just never actually see these people that buy it. So I don't know if they're all just NPCs or not. At this point, wouldn't be surprised. I honestly have to wonder sometimes if my neighbors are NPCs. It's like, I literally never see most of the people in this subdivision, like, out and about anywhere. Like, occasionally I'll see them maybe walking into a house or something, but I've never even exchanged words with most of them.
Thunder cannons.
There's so many insane theories I've seen about all this, like, reality stuff that just honestly goes so far down a bizarre rabbit hole that it's really entertaining to watch and listen to, but it's just insane the things that people have come up with. The whole idea that there was a lost empire that's been erased from the world. Tartaria. There's that. It's a giant rabbit hole. All that kind of stuff. It's entertaining to go down the rabbit hole. And we're still only a captain. I may have vastly underestimated what I needed to do for this. That was a good first round. Let's see if I can maybe just immediately circle him and fire off the other side of cannons. Might be the best method here. That was good. Actually, that might be the best option, is just, like, sort of try to circle him so he can't really hit you that easily. Get the cannons a chance to reload on each side. Alright, we got him. We don't need the money anymore, so really we can just sink everything. Because we have enough money now to purchase everything. I just didn't think it was going to take this many to become a Dread Pirate. It must be more than 75 at this point. Or, actually no, it could still be 75. Because we're at 73 total. So it could be 75, or it might be like 80. Or, with my luck, it'll be 100. I don't think it's over 100. But I don't really want to go sink 23 more ships. And I don't think it's 100. I don't remember it being quite that many. Okay, so we got 2 here. Ooh! Knocked him out in one hit. Alright. Man! Those guys didn't do anything. God, we just nuked them. It was absolutely squad wiped. Yeah, it's needed for a trophy, sadly. You have to become a rank of Dread Pirate. Oh, we're up to Notorious Pirate. At 75, so we're Notorious, so I bet it's the next rank, so we're one rank off, I think. I don't think this was actually a trophy in the PS3 version. If it was, I don't really remember it. It might have been, honestly. It very well could have been, and I just don't remember it. Yeah, that was dumb on my part. I probably should not have gotten that close to him. Well, that didn't go well. Shame Black Ops 6 doesn't let you make your name in the campaign like Cold War did. They probably had too many people picking less than PC types of names that they didn't like. Didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Because, I mean, I managed to name my character during the banning challenge. I managed to name him Dildo Schwaggins. I managed to get that through the censors by changing one or two things. Oh, this could be very bad. We're in a weird spot here. But he doesn't seem to be able to do much either. How about you enjoy the ship battles? Yeah, I like the ship battles. They're honestly pretty fun. I was just hoping it wouldn't be that level of a grind. I wouldn't have minded getting to play some LEGO Star Wars. Which we might still have some time to play it later.
Great shot!
Too bad we don't see custom emblems anymore. Oh yeah, we all know why. We all know exactly why custom emblems are not a thing anymore. I thought they brought it back in some limited capacity with 6. I could be wrong on that, though.
Kaboom!
Yeah, we all know why. We all know why. Some people can't help themselves. That's a good hit there. Major COD gamer tag. Whoopi Goldberg sucks. It actually lets you do that. Oh, that's hilarious. Can I even hit him from here? I can't. He's too far away. He's running. That should be an automatic victory for me. Doing My Name is Mayo remaster at some point. I haven't even actually purchased it yet. Yeah, I haven't spent the $4 on it yet. That might be something like maybe tomorrow, whatever I decide to play tomorrow, could end up doing Mayo during it. But it's like, part of me would want to save it for like the next dumpster dive stream, but that's not fair to the jar of mayonnaise to put it in the same category as a dumpster dive. I don't think that's fair to the game. Because it's really not shovelware. Major clan tag Diddy. It wouldn't let you type it in. Normally you had to replace the I with an L. I can't believe they would actually censor that, but not some of the other stuff. Imagine custom emblems were a thing in modern COD. It would be oh my god, it would be so bad. Oh, it would be hilarious. It would just be terrible. But it would be hilarious. And that's an important part of it. It's interesting to wake up and see. Which part? The Mayo? Yeah, that was definitely unexpected. A very pleasant surprise, honestly. Good lord, that was loud. That was a bit louder than it had any right to be. If someone on the planet has the name Diddy and isn't related to him, yeah, I mean, that would suck. That really sucks for him. I want to do the EU versions of Mayo, have an EU account. You just have to buy a PSN card for the region that you're trying to play it in. And that's how you do it. And then just plug that into your European account. And it'll let you do it that way. That's what I always used to do. I would always get them from a website... a certain website that honestly sounds like it would be a porn site. Come on, circle him. That was not good. Yeah, I would always buy it from a site that its name sounds like a porn site. It was, Play Asia was the name of it. Definitely sounds like it would be like a Asian porn site. But it's not. You can buy various Asian-based games and game cards and stuff like that. Haven't done My Name is Mayo 3 yet. 3 is unfortunately the weakest of the trilogy, in my opinion. But it's still a decent enough game for what it is. And you know, they're not milking that franchise the way that other creators have done their franchises or games. The way that certain developers will do, you know, 8 stacks of a game. Mayo didn't do that. Mayo gave you 2 versions of the original, 1 version of the second one, and then 2 versions of the third one, a North American and a European. That's 80. Still not enough. Wonderful. Heard that side from Bad Driver Gotcha. When you went out with yesterday, said she met Diddy and showed a picture she had with him that was before he did everything. That's unfortunate for her to have any association whatsoever with him. Don't even use Play Asia. They take too long. CD keys. I haven't bought a European PSN card in so long, though. And I do need to buy probably a $10 one purely so I can get both versions of Mayo of the new one. Because there's 2 European versions and they aren't cross-buy. And I need to get the European version of Mayo 3. So I can finally do it after all these years and finish the entire series. Not a lot of people have done every single My Name is Mayo game, I'm willing to bet. Every single stack of it. But the thing you said with Diddy, like, I actually have a story. One of my mom's friends in college, and roommates in college, because my parents went to college in North Carolina in the late 70s, early 80s. And there was a certain basketball legend that went to a school in North Carolina in the 1980s. You might know the name Michael Jordan. One of my mom's roommates got asked out by him and turned him down. Back in their college days. I'm not even joking on that one. It's just... It was a random story my parents told me. Yeah, one of her friends or roommates in college got asked out by Michael Jordan and turned him down. That's probably an interesting story for the dinner table. Be like, yeah, I turned down Michael Jordan.
Thunder cannons! Boss!
That was an interesting time. No, I'm sure she doesn't regret it. It was just, that was... The only reason it's related to Diddy is because it's a famous person that I have some bizarre random connection knowledge of. Not really related to Diddy, but just like the slightest possible 0.01% connection of it in every Mayo game except for the PS4 versions of the remaster and the EU PS5. Okay, gotcha. I'm just saying it because it's like someone that I know that knows someone that's famous. Hopefully Michael Jordan isn't one of the bad ones, but you never know. Oh, is that the only one here? Yeah, it is the only one. Turn hard. I mean, I've met some Formula 1 drivers.
Next means askew. I failed.
Which probably doesn't mean a lot, but... Yeah, maybe. Maybe she did regret it, I don't know. That's just crazy to think that. That's like just thinking that someone turns down a celebrity is just like kind of crazy to think, but I guess it does happen. It probably happens more often than we think. Maybe people that just don't want to deal with the potential stress of that kind of a potentially public relationship, I guess could be part of it. And in that case, it wouldn't have been like a big public relationship or anything like that, but... Off chance could have hit it off and got married and become super rich. That's true. Oh, there we go! So it's 84. That is a random number. That is a very random number. Alright, let's save and get back out to the main menu. That is a super random number. 84. Or maybe it's a combination of, like, maybe you get more points toward it if you capture the ships. I don't know. Alright, we're almost done. Only 2 trophies left. I'm only doing that just so we can get out of that other menu. I mean, I turned down someone that I probably shouldn't have at one point. I could have, on the off chance that me and her ended up being something significant, I would have married into a crazy rich Asians level rich Asian family. I don't have enough coins? There's more? Yeah, I've told that story before, so I won't tell it again. Going to GameStop tomorrow to look for Saints Row Get Out of Hell and Dead Rising off the record on PS3. Hope you can find them, because, I mean, I mentioned this before, my GameStop doesn't sell PS3 games anymore. I can get them from, like, the retro store in the mall, potentially, but they don't have, like, a big selection of them. So there is one more item, apparently, that I have to buy, and it's 1,000 coins. So we are going to need to go take out a couple more ships. I mean, I thought we were good, but apparently not. I didn't think they were going to pop in, like, 5 more power-ups after that. Well, we're almost done, then. Still almost done. We do this. And get a few more coins. And then we can go off to the Cooper Gauntlet, Ancestor Gauntlet. Get that last trophy, and we'll have our Sly Platinum. Have our PS5 versions done. It's crazy. It's been a bit of a journey. We've been on this for a few months now. Obviously, it got delayed a couple of times along the way just because other games came out of nowhere. I mean, Lego Star Wars 2 dropping randomly in the middle of it. Yeah, it was a drunk driver crashed into her while she was driving a motorcycle. Actually, no, I think it was a drunk guy that stole an Uber driver's car that crashed into her, I think was the actual story of it. think Get Out of Hell's Platinum is still obtainable. I would check the trophy guide. I'm assuming that it is, but I am not sure entirely because it's been so many years since I played it. Yeah, it's a crazy, horrible situation. And I know a few people that have died, like, surprisingly young. A friend that I had from the church I went to back in high school, her husband, she's a little bit younger than me, her husband just, like, randomly passed away a few months back out of nowhere. I don't even know what happened with that. I know a few people that have had things like that happen.
I'll fix what ain't broke.
Alright, if I kill all three of these, it's probably going to be enough. So after the day you hate drunk drivers more than you ever did. I wouldn't say it was necessarily after that day, because it didn't necessarily happen to me. But, nah, drunk driving, that is something I do not excuse at all. Because you have Uber, you have Lyft, you have taxis in some places. You have no reason that you need to be driving while drunk. There's absolutely no reason for it. You're gonna risk getting people killed. Look, if you end up killing yourself drunk driving, that's one thing. That's one thing. If you only end up hurting yourself, that's one thing.
All right.
When you end up hurting other people or killing other people with it, that's where it becomes a lot more of an issue, in my opinion. Like, I don't really care if you end up doing something to yourself, only yourself during it. You'll mistake drunk driving with driving while falling asleep. That is fair, but, like, they can do at least, like, a breathalyzer test on you to see if you're drunk or not. But yeah, I mean, that is a thing that can happen if you're tired enough. Or if you're on the wrong certain medications and stuff that make you drowsy. Because I do have issues with being drowsy at times, because I'm on multiple antidepressant, anti-anxiety meds.
My strong arm will
And drowsiness has always been a side effect of them.
crossbeams are destroyed.
It actually nearly got me fired from the very first job I ever had up in Cincinnati. Nearly got me fired there. Until they found out that it was because of, you know, medical reasons, and they very quickly backtracked. They just mysteriously quickly backtracked as soon as that happened, because they were, of course, trying to avoid the lawsuit that would have come from getting rid of me over something like, over a disability, or something that's considered a disability.
Thunder cannons.
Trophy still obtainable? Okay, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I mean, it's an easy trophy. It's just a dumb waste of time, like so much in the Saints Row franchise is. Like, driving and then accidentally falling asleep can be excusable. Yeah, you can come back from a super long, difficult day of work, or not get enough sleep, or any of that. Alright. Let's buy our last gadget. And that's everything. Bag of tricks. Alright, we have one trophy left. Let's go get it. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. I don't think I am. Yeah, that's weird that they would shut them down in that order. Like, I guess Get Out of Hell is one of the more recent ones. But no, wait, Agents of Mayhem is unobtainable. And that's newer. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they would do that. The Ancestor's Gauntlet. Let's go. Let's get the Platinum Trophy tonight. We just gotta look at a certain computer.
Well, this place is amazing!
Yeah, it's gotta be like at least 100 years old.
An archaeological marvel!
Don't feel like doing Get Out of Hell. That game was annoying. I don't blame you.
Because it looks like I'll have to go on from here.
It had a couple of slightly annoying challenges, and it's just...
This place
It's a
is built
very
for you.
unnecessary
You
game.
hold down the fort here.
And then you have to play the game itself for 20 hours, and you have to do the co-op for, I think it's 3 hours. Which isn't horrible because you can just AFK it the whole time.
Dark in there.
I remember I AFK'd it when me and my dad went to a movie. Like, we went to a movie and I just AFK'd it the whole time. Got the trophy right after I got back.
Learning how to decorate. Nothing but
Did it on
big piles
PS4,
of
not doing the
gold.
PS3 version. I don't blame you. 4 came out in 2013 and Get Out of Hell came out 1 year later. Yeah, you would think that, but developers sometimes do strange and stupid things. And again, it's like Agents of Mayhem, I'm pretty sure, is unobtainable.
200 BC.
But Get Out of Hell is still obtainable for some reason. Make it make sense. No! Yeah, just make it make sense. Don't think you can really AFK that trophy on the PS3. I think you could. That 3-hour trophy. Because it's not an insane amount of time.
Of the Knights of the Cooper Order.
And I probably just, like, tied a rubber band around my controller. Okay, that was terrible. I probably just tied a rubber band around it and ran in circles and tell the dude I was gonna be AFK for 3 hours, because he was doing the same thing. He was AFKing, I think. I don't know, it's been so many years, who the hell knows at this point what I did. PS3 automatic. You can stop it from shutting down automatically, can't you? I think you can turn that setting off. Well, this is not going well. Yeah, I think you can turn that setting off. I feel like you can. I'd be very surprised if you couldn't, because I know you can change settings like that on the, on like the PS4 and PS5. I'd be very surprised if you can't change that. Maybe you can't. I could be entirely wrong. So I haven't touched my PS3 since I finished COD Classic. You know, I need to see if the Shadow of the Colossus PS3 version is actually, like, streamable on PS5. I would love to be able to play it on PS5. And then I could stream parts of the Platinum Trophy attempt. Which would, of course, be more interesting than just not streaming it. I don't know if I really want to stream that, though, because I know I'm going to struggle badly with it whenever I go do it. I know it's not going to be easy. Or I know it's going to be brutally hard. It's not? Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate
The
then.
strongest of the Cooper clan, Slay McCooper, could break any lock with a single blow.
Oh, that's fine. I'll play it on the PS3 then. Well, give me a reason to dust the old boy off. I mean, it's not literally dusty. I don't think it's dusty. I just haven't used it in so long. Because, I mean, the fact that we have the Fallout games, you can stream them on PS5 now. I mean, yeah, they're not the complete versions. They don't have all the DLCs. But at the very least, you can play the base games on PS5. Which, if I still did Fallout Challenge runs, would allow me to do a Fallout Challenge run again if I really wanted to. It's an expression, oh, okay. And done with that part. Perfect.
The Ninja Spire landing was perfected in feudal
The Ninja Spire technique from the first game. We literally learned it in the first game. And we're done. Perfect. So you can't get the upload a character to the gallery or anything on 3 and 4. I think there might actually be a way to do it now. I would double check any guides first, but I want to say they made a way that you can still get that trophy. I don't think it's unattainable. I think they did something. Maybe not to fix it necessarily, but some kind of workaround. I think they did something.
And stole from pirates. Guess I really
Can't find any players using UAVs. Again, that's surprising. Like, again, I never had problems finding people using UAVs. They were doing it constantly. Especially on, like, Nuketown. I don't know if it's just... I mean, you said it's not a diminished player base, so... I don't know what it is, then. She got it done years ago. Oh, that's good, then. Alright, we're up to Tennessee, the Kid Cooper.
Tennessee
So, Wild West.
Railroad tracks in the Old West.
Oh, and you know what this minecart track makes me think of? I need to go see the Minecraft movie. And be really drunk during it. And hopefully ruin some little kid's day when they go to watch it. Yeah, I need to go see that. I need to probably be very intoxicated to get through it without, like, wanting to kill myself. Apparently, the critical reviews aren't that bad for it, which is surprising. It's about New Yorkers. We don't know anything about guns. Oh, gotcha. Gotta see what counts as a UAV. A UAV's the flying thing! Consider the trophies. Okay, so you can. That's what I thought. But I think that there might be a specific launcher you have to use to shoot them down to make sure it counts, which is even stupider. I don't know why they would do that.
Victorian-era London was the stomping grounds for the most gentlemanly thief, Thaddeus Winslow Cooper.
Still need to watch the Borderlands movie. Oh, I actually still need to watch that as well. I know it's terrible, but it's one that is, like, historically world record level bad. You got the launcher, so that's not the issue. Okay, at least you got the launcher. Yeah, I know that that movie is going to be terrible, but again, a part of me really wants to go see it. And just see how bad it is. Because I know it's going to be terrible. Because, yeah, the critical reviews from, like, the actual reviewers out there that aren't gamers and stuff are giving it fairly mixed reviews. Which is better than I would have expected. But it's also because it's probably not, you know, people that are actually fans of the games or anything like that.
And mechanic.
And now they just made Jack Black into a meme out of it. Sigma 28, okay, gotcha, yeah. I'm playing 3 and 4 again, just hate the challenges. Yeah, the challenges are annoying. Can upload, download characters. Shut that down a few years ago. I feel like they did something that allows you to get those trophies. I could be entirely wrong on that. But I feel like it's something that they did at some point. And it's stuff like that that's stopping me from finishing the Cabela's franchise. Because there's one Cabela's game that I can't do because of one of those types of trophies where you have to upload something. I have no idea why I'm getting money. Okay. Let's get the last Sly Cooper Platinum.
This must be my father's work. How am I supposed to get through this thing? He made this challenge for a move I've never learned. There's nothing like this.
Why did the trophy not unlock?
Come on, Dad. Help me out here.
There it is. I don't know why it didn't unlock the first time. I was worried there. There it is. A Cooper's Legacy. Sly 3 is done. We did it, guys. That's all of the PS5 Sly Platinums done. Fantastic game. Yes, it had a few annoying parts to it with challenges and stuff, but fantastic game. I still think that Sly 3 is a little underrated. I do think it's a lot better than a lot of people make it out to be. I still gotta play the PS4 version, though. But yeah, I think it's a better game than a lot of people make it out to be. So, for your trophies in this game, you have to finish all 6 episodes and all challenges in every episode, some of which can be quite obnoxious at times. And then you have 2 to 3 miscellaneous trophies per chapter, or episode. So in the first episode, you have an easy Carmelita trophy, a fairly easy guard killing trophy, and then this one you can't do until you get to episode 5 and you have all 3 disguises. Then you get to episode 2, this one's fairly easy, just be careful with it and just only certain guards apparently count for it. This one's very, very easy. This one is annoying because that power-up isn't that good. You have 3 trophies from episode 3 that only the mugshot one's actually kind of challenging. That one was kind of annoying, but there was probably better ways to play it than I did. The episode 4 ones actually aren't too terribly bad, because the Sal without taking damage with the rewind isn't as bad as it could have been. And again, he's not as much of a difficulty spike as that final boss is. He is a little bit of a difficulty spike for sure with some of his attacks, but the final boss is definitely harder. I do not remember the final boss being that annoying. This one's easy. This one with the rewind is easy. And this one's just a grind, so it's about 84 ships you have to destroy. This one's easy. This one's easy. And this one honestly isn't that hard if you're careful and use rewind. 1 trophy for each individual character, which are all easy once you know what to do for them, including this one, where I didn't realize that's how you could drop a bomb on people. Pickpocket loot with everyone, which is easy enough once you have the abilities for it. Purchase everything in the game, and view the gallery for everything. Alright, obviously we're not done with the stream for tonight, but first let's go ahead and sync up our trophies. But yeah, that is almost every Sly Cooper game done. The only one we're now missing is the PS4 version of Sly 3. Once I have that done, I will have every single Sly Cooper game, including Sly minigames and Bentley's Hat Pack. So I will have every single Sly Cooper game done. One of the few series that I've managed to 100%. Because I will have every Sly game done. I have every Fallout game done. I have every Infamous game done. I have every Just Cause game done. I have all but 1 Killzone game done. I have all but 2 Uncharted games done, but all Platinums are still obtainable. I have every Far Cry game done. I have almost every Call of Duty game done. I didn't miss that many of those. Black Ops 6 will be starting here again soon, and I'll only have like 4 left after that. Declassified I'm still going to do for sure, so only have 3 left after that. What else is there for major series that I've made progress on? I have almost every Telltale game done. I didn't miss that many of those. All that's left is Japanese version of Season 1 Walking Dead, and then the European versions of the final season and the other collection. Yeah, look at that. 30,105 trophies, 864 platinums. I'm liking it. I have a lot of the Lego games done. I have a couple of the Astro games done. I have both Power Washes, 100% of those. Super excited for Power Wash 2. Can't freaking wait for that. Borderlands, all I'm really missing are the VR games and the Japanese version of the first game that's unobtainable. Or the Platinum is unobtainable. Or the 100% is unobtainable. Platinum's fully obtainable. Yeah, Bentley's Hack Pack. That one was a... this one was something. This one had a few very annoying parts to it. I'm going to say that. Clock Tower up there. Minecraft. I got to do the PS5 version of Minecraft at some point. Which, I mean, I know I can do most of it in the trophy world if I'm, careful about it and all. Thrillville. We're going to get Thrillville off the rails with the Platinum Trophy eventually. Given that we got this one and things like Lego Star Wars 2 randomly get them. And Wall-E apparently has it, but the game doesn't have a release date yet for some reason. These were all from the last Platinum Dumpster Dive, which we will be doing in a couple of months. We're only a month or two away from the Platinum Dumpster Dive, the yearly Platinum Dumpster Dive. Super excited for that. It's always a fun night. Just go in, play a bunch of really shitty games, and make fun of them for 3 hours while getting shit-faced drunk. It's always a fun night. Fallout. I've done every Star Wars Battlefront game, just not every Star Wars game. But I've done every Star Wars Battlefront game. Yeah, every Fallout game, a lot of the Lego games. A lot of the Dead Rising games, though not all of them. Ooh, that's got PC added to it now, because I guess that's fairly new. Actually, I don't think it's that new. But yeah, most of the Call of Duty games, I'm only missing a handful of those. Top franchises you're working on are Lego, Minecraft, Borderlands, COD, and Ratchet & Clank and God of War. So yeah, Lego, I've got a lot of those done, but still missing some. Minecraft, need the PS5 Minecraft, and then all of the spin-offs, if I ever decide to do them. Borderlands, just the Japanese version of the first game, and the VR versions of 2. And new Tales from the Borderlands I don't care about. COD, I'm just missing those like 4 or 5. Ratchet & Clank, I've only done like 1 game in so far. God of War, I've literally only done 1 game in. I have a lot more to do in those games. But yeah, like my last 100 Platinums so far has been a lot better than the previous 100s, because it was like... Battlefront Classic Collection was 800, so then Resistance. Road Bustle, because it's an online shovelware game that cost a penny. Why not? Decent point-and-click game. Other version of Battlefront. All of Fallout 4. Both versions of Daxter from the Jak and Daxter series. Light in the Darkness. Decent point-and-click walking type game. Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series. Easy platinum that takes 40 fucking hours. Then we have our Platinum Dumpster Dive. Our lone Platinum Dumpster Dive in that time period. So far. Where I did a record number of games. But it was a dumpster dive for a reason. Thrillville twice, including Fastest Achiever. 100%. All of the new Toy Story game lists. Swarm, that was a shitty one that I was doing while waiting for a different game to install or be picked. Modern Warfare 3, 100% in Platinumed. Always solid. Black Ops Cold War, 100%ed twice. South Park Snow Day. Terrible South Park game, but still a decent Platinum. Shitty game that I was playing to wait for a vote or something in a stream. Astro's Playroom, fantastic game, 100%ed. Clone Wars done twice. Resident Evil 4 done again, 100%. 2 Lego 100%. Paw Patrol, because it's not the easiest game in the world. Clock Tower Rewind done twice, including Fastest Achiever on PS4. Minecraft, PS4, 100%. Modern Warfare 2, back to 100% with Black Ops 6. Easy 100% puzzle game, that I like puzzle games. Bluey, because it's the thing, and then I tried to speedrun the other version of it and failed. Bentley's Hack Pack, the last Sly game that I needed until they released all this other stuff. Easy 100%. This one was a filler game. Dead Rising 2 off the record. Not the easiest game in the world, especially when it breaks. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, by far the longest Lego game, but I still love it. My 1 in 100 Artifacts Monday game. Love a good Artifacts Monday game every now and again. Tiny Tina, another Borderlands game, double 100%ed. And then all of these Sly games, plus Power Wash and Astrobot, Lego Star Wars. I Have No Mouth is actually very, very easy. I didn't realize it was going to be that easy, but it is, to be honest. It's a lot easier than I guess I would have expected it to be. Because they easily could have made I Have No Mouth. They could have made that game such a harder platinum if they wanted to. But they really just put the trophies in as an afterthought. Alright, I can stop singing. Back, just platinum slide 3. Yep, slide 3 is done. You have 6 Lego Platinums. GG's. You're thinking of a longer platinum game, God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, I still need to play Ragnarok. I actually do want to do that one. Modern Warfare 2 PS5 should just be renamed COD HQ. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So we're here. Super lightsaber, score times 2. Because I really don't have anything better to play right now, so... Turn the music off. Just because I don't want to deal with copyright if I'm going to be streaming this game. A New Hope. I am missing quite a few things. How far did I get through Empire when I was working on that part of the guide? Okay, Empire got done fairly well. Someone else is doing New Hope, so might as well work on A New Hope. Okay, level 1's done. Level 2 is not. Level 3's done. Okay, let's go knock out level 2. Yeah, it really could be named COD HQ, and it would make more sense. Might be getting a Bioshock 4 someday. I'm not surprised that we would, because, I mean, very good franchise. Just seems like it's one of those that's been kind of forgotten. So we haven't had one since, like, 2013, I think was when Infinite came out. Or no, it might have been a little bit after that, but either way, it was quite a long time ago. It's been a while. You can play as a Tusken Raider if you want, a Gonk Droid, a Sand Trooper that just falls flat on his face. Alright, Luke, get them studs. And we do still need to get these free play stud meters filled, but that's not really too much of an issue. I'm not really too worried about that. Okay, got that. And got both of them. Okay, so we need to use R2 here to hover across. And then Greedo. And we're into a special, extra, little secret, not so secret area, I guess, in all honesty. Now we gotta stack these up to get to our red brick for the level. I saw that apparently also with GTA 6, they're not telling us the release date or anything because they want to keep it a surprise. And, like, not reveal it until the game is close to releasing. Which, I kind of understand the thoughts behind that. Like, maybe you don't want to get people's hopes up that it's going to release earlier and then have to delay it. But that just makes me think that we're definitely not getting it this year. Because I feel like if we were going to get it in 2025, we would have heard about it by now. So I really don't think it's coming out in 2025. I will be very surprised if it does, I'll just say that. Hey, Zinky! We finished off Sly, so now we're off to some Lego. Just to kill some time and get some trophies. This game is fun. I really like this game. And it did very well in the previous streams. Whenever we knew Black Ops 6 split screen and private match to get the UAV. I highly doubt it'll let you do that. I'd be very surprised if it lets you do that. I don't think any of the games let you do that for trophies. I'm just shocked that saying that no one's using them. And I haven't played the game since I got the platinum in it, but I'm just very surprised at that. Maybe you need to try a different map or game mode. It's the only other thing I can think of. It's like maybe something like that would work, but honestly, who knows? Water. Studs. Not super important, but we do need mini studs. We need 6 million of them. Alright, let's hover over to this. You can get to this one without R2. You can easily get your way up to there if you really want to. It's not that hard to do. I guess I just didn't feel like doing it last time, or bothering with it. So there's one down there, and there is Dark Force here. Just nearing the end of Jedi Fallen Order plat. Nice. Keep looking at the top screen, no one using a UAV. That's really surprising to me that, again, that no one uses it anymore. I guess I'll find out when I go for the other version of the Platinum, because, like, yeah, I don't have to get all 50 again, thankfully. But I do have to get 1 to auto-pop the trophy. And I don't know how long that's going to take, because, like, Cold War was crazy because, like, I got all the multiplayer trophies in, like, 10 minutes. Except for the one in the other game mode, of course. I didn't get that one immediately. But when I was doing it through auto-popping, I only had, like, 1 or 2 matches to get every single trophy. Yeah, I guess I will find out whenever I get to that other version, which will be hopefully very soon. I gotta get it installed, which it requires like over 100 gigs, so not looking forward to that bullshittery. Because that's a lot of gigabytes to put into one game. Be easy since you only need to worry about one. Yeah. Yeah, that, again, that's very surprising that it would be that uncommon now. Like, is everyone just using, like, actual kill streaks now, and that's what it is? Or are they just not using, like, kill streaks at all? Maybe they nerfed the kill streaks? I don't know. I haven't kept up with the game since it released. I haven't played the multiplayer since I got all the trophies in it. Okay, I don't know if this actually gives me anything. I don't think it does. That was a waste. It's big sale, neither on the Season Pass. The Gold Edition of The Division are on sale. I feel like they don't go on sale that often anymore compared to some games out there. PS4 version isn't as big as Cold War. Oh, that's true then. RCXD, but you don't see them that often? Huh. Maybe people just aren't using them as often. I don't know. That's the only guess I have. Whole 2,000 studs, man. Yay. And did not a single person used it? Because I would always use it back in the day. It was... UAV's always been a good kill streak. For me, at least, because I suck at getting a lot of kills in a row. Which is why I always liked score streaks, because you could get them from other means, potentially. Okay, these guys are being really annoying, so let's just kill them. Vision 2 is, but you already bought it. Oh, gotcha. Okay, nothing else up there. I don't actually know what the purpose of this box is. I don't think it's needed. Just gets you up to this ledge. To kill, I guess... Well, I guess you need to jump across this, actually. But you could just probably hover across it with R2 if you're in free play, so it probably doesn't matter. Anything up here? Nope, already got it. Alright, what do we got going on up here? The more studs we get, the better, so we need as many studs as possible. Alright, so put that one there, that one there. Maybe you can find a couple of people you can do private boosting with it. I think there are ways to boost Black Ops 6. People were doing it for Rush Hour for 3 months, so there must be ways to actually boost it. I just don't know exactly what to do that. Got that. And yeah, that's so dumb that it's like, it's score streaks, but they reset after death. That's so dumb, because score streaks in the past were supposed to reward you for also playing the objective, regardless of if you die sometimes or not. Very dumb decision by Activision, or whoever decided to make that choice. I don't know if it was Activision or Treyarch, probably Activision. Alright, game. I didn't mean to kill the droid. Let's build on their path up. We got one to get in here. I know where it is. Actually, might be multiple. Actually, there may be another one over on this side as well. Or no, that's how we access this one. Right. There we go. Secret hatch. Open that up. That'll let us in. I think now they tried to make it to where it's somewhat harder to use them, because the score streaks had a timer, while this time you have to get enough points before dying. Maybe? And again, I haven't really played Call of Duty Online much in years. I mean, I played Vanguard a fair bit just because you had to for the Platinum. Same with, like, World War II, Infinite Warfare, until I got that one trophy done. The way they tried to make it fair. Yeah, but I mean, I still think it's dumb. It's like, if you're going out of your way to, you know, risk your life to capture things for your team, you should be rewarded for that. Because a lot of the modes are team-based. I mean, some of them aren't. Free-for-all isn't, but most of them are team-based. Alright, what's that gonna do? I think that's how we get a mini-kit, right? Oh, it's just a bunch of studs, which I will still take that, of course. Kill all the Gonk droids. Ah, come on, Gonk droids, you're getting in the way. Use the antenna. Choke my own friend to death. Destroy all the glasses. Go through the channels on the TV. That's the Lego bonus level, of course. Is that not a mini-kit? Did I already get this mini-kit? I guess so. That's weird. I don't remember getting that one. Alright, so we open that up. Is that just a blue stud? Yeah, sure is. Vanguard wasn't everything possible in zombies. No, you had to do the actual multiplayer stuff in the actual multiplayer, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you had to do the multiplayer in the actual multiplayer. Alright, no need to get the rest of those, as I've... Well, actually, no, that'll get me studs, so I guess I need them. And I keep choking the wrong person. Okay, just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing a mini-kit from that. Alright, so in this room, we've already got everything we need, so we can just R2-D2 our way out of here. You got everything done in zombies. I thought you had to play the multiplayer. Am I going to go for the Platinum and RE6 PS4 version? I honestly don't know. Like, the Platinum's not hard, obviously. Like, the Platinum's known for being one of the easiest in that franchise, in terms of, like, actual difficulty. It's just like, do I really want to suffer through that multiplayer stuff again? After all the issues I ran into... Well, I didn't run into that many issues with it on the PS3. It's just the fact that you can't self-boost on the PS4 unless you have multiple PlayStation Plus accounts. Multiplayer is optional? Oh, okay then. Yeah, I thought you had to do it. I thought you had to do some of it in that. Alright, so that's number 8. We've got the red power brick. I just killed R2-D2. Good job, Zach. There goes the entire hope for the galaxy by murdering R2-D2 early. Alright, nothing to worry about in here. Except for the Jawas, they're going to be annoying if they decide to attack me. No, he didn't. Good boy. I don't think there's anything in here for me to interact with. Just get all the studs I can at everything. Just in case this leads to something. I don't think it does, but just in case. The zombies trophies are bugged in Vanguard after doing one version. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's not something that ever should have happened, but for some reason they thought it was a good idea to completely break that game. I'm still surprised they actually fixed the problems with it. The whole idea of not being able to platinum it. I'm still very surprised they actually fixed that at all. And this is good. We're gonna get maybe 200,000 subs on this level, so that's actually really, really good. Because I want to at least get the 4 times multiplier before we go for anything major. With some of the later stuff, I mean. Alright, so got everything here. I actually probably didn't even need to build that one. But I will take all of these studs I can get, because we need them. Build stuff, glad. Yeah, I am honestly very surprised they didn't break the one in Modern Warfare 3. It would not have surprised me at all if they had. But, shockingly, they did not. So it's never had problems with being fully obtainable, at least. Which is something. It's not that impressive, but it's still something. Oops. Okay, so there's literally no point of going up there. Alright, so up here, we've of course got a mini kit we can get. I think we need to use a big guy over here. Let's ride the Bantha, even though it's like the slowest creature ever known to humanity in this universe. Choke him to death. And we got a mini kit. Awesome. That's 9. I know where the last one is. Well, I actually don't know where it is, but I know the general area of it. I know we're going to be able to get it. It's either in the final area or in the double score zone. It might be in the double score zone, actually. COD Ghost for PS4 is on sale for $20. Well, I mean, just consider the fact that they broke it for a while and then fixed it, so... Or, yeah, they fixed that one, right? That's one of the ones they fixed, right? I can't really even keep up with it anymore because it's just so weird now. Because it's like, they'll fix one game and then break another one. Just randomly out of nowhere, they'll just do that. Oh, I would like to land on that ledge, thank you. So yeah, honestly, at this point, I never know which one is going to be fixed at any given time. Or which one's going to be functional at all at any given time. That's part of the problem. No one knows anymore. Like, is this one going to be obtainable on this week? Or is it going to break by next week when I decide to start playing it? You never know. It's a gamble. And despite the fact that I talk about it sometimes, I actually don't like to gamble, even though I know how to play like poker and stuff. Or certain aspects of it. I don't actually enjoy gambling that much. Because I don't like wasting money, and I feel like I just always throw away money. Or I get very pissed off once I lose any money, or any significant amount of money, so... I think it's kind of funny, it's like... Yeah, I know how to play blackjack and stuff. I know how to play certain types of poker. And, like, I talk about it all the time if I do, like, a Fallout run or something, but... Nah, I really don't particularly enjoy gambling. I find it to be kind of a waste of money. I have more important things to spend that money on. Personally, a lot of the time I'd probably rather buy a really nice dinner than go to a casino and throw away $100 or $200. Personally. Some people are different, but I'd personally rather go get a really good quality steak rather than lose $100 or $200 at a casino or something like that. And like the funny thing is, I have the weirdest luck in my family. Like, I have the most bizarre turns of luck in my family. Like, I have definitely a lot of the worst, like, lost nights, but also most of the best nights. So, like, I have all the highs and the lows, which is kind of unfortunate because, honestly, it'd be kind of nice to be more middle of the road with it. Because I have all the high nights and all the low nights, pretty much. Parents are pretty middle of the road on a lot of it, but, like, I'll usually end up with all the high nights and all the low nights. Like, because I know I didn't do vlogs of it this time. Because I want to put those on a second channel in the future. And I still have the video files for it. But, like, when we were in Aruba this year, like, 6 out of the 8 nights, I did not do well. Like, 6 out of the 8 nights, I did not do particularly well. Now, not all those nights were actually, like, bad by any means. But definitely not what I would call good nights. But then I had, like, 2 nights that were insanely good. I had one night where I profited, like, $300 or $400 playing craps. And the very last night we were there, I profited about $400 or $500 on a slot machine. And this was after probably losing that much total throughout the week. I don't know, I get the love of winning part of it. I get that part of it. I just don't really... I don't get the gambling addiction that people have. It's like, why are you addicted to losing thousands of dollars? Tens of thousands. Even hundreds of thousands. I just don't get that part of it. Because sitting there losing money does not bring me joy. It just pisses me off and makes me want to leave. If it goes on for more than like 2 minutes, I'm going to get pissed off and want to leave. Okay, we can do this now. Better off buying crypto than gambling. Hell, I'd rather buy fucking Legos most of the time than gamble. Because guess what? Legos will always go up in value. Almost every Lego set ever has gone up in value since it released. At least until, like, 2024, probably, when they started making insanely overpriced sets over the last couple of years. Okay, so I think once we finish this level, that's what doubles the value of the gold bricks. So we're going to go do that here in a second. I'm going to go pee, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's play the Lego City level, because I think that's how we start getting the double stud bonuses on, or the 100,000 stud bonuses on gold bricks. I could be wrong on that, though. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I agree. You're definitely better off buying crypto. You're better off playing into the stock market, honestly. You're going to get a lot better return off of it. Alright, so we definitely want to use the force on absolutely everything here, including murdering civilians if needed. War crimes are acceptable in this universe, as long as they make me rich. That's all that matters. I think I just quoted something that Adam would probably have said. Crimes against humanity are okay as long as they make you profit. Because technically certain things that happened at the old company were could be considered crimes against humanity based on the Nuremberg trials, but again, I don't feel like going into that one tonight. We've talked about that enough. What does that do? This is one of the ones I can destroy, yep. Oh, is it not? That's not everything? What else is left of it? Ah, the feet. And we will use that later. I'm going to use all these windows and stuff first, on the off chance that they do give you studs, because 1 or 2 buildings, they do give you studs. Oh, okay. I didn't actually... I have struggled with this level in the past before, by the way, for anyone who's curious. I have actually struggled with this level in the past, back on the PS2 version of the game. There'd always be just like a little bit of extra studs I needed that I wouldn't know how to get. Camos in Black Ops 6 are easier in zombies? Yes. That was the way I did it. It's just a lot of kills and a lot of zombie headshots and stuff. Most of them are fairly easy. Or at least they were when the game came out. Now, I don't know, maybe the game has changed. I could be entirely wrong in my opinion, and the game might have changed and gotten harder with that. It's not impossible. But when I did it, I did all the camo grind in the in the zombies mode. So that's what I did. Yeah, definitely use the shotguns. That's the easiest. Because there's only 2 of them. Yeah, that's definitely your best bet, is to use the shotguns. Alright, so make sure we destroy all of these glass panes after extracting money from them. That'll open that up. Then we open that. And that. Another glass back there. Hit that one, and that one, and that one. Choke out Greedo for being a little bitch to lose to Han Solo because... Well, actually, I don't know who fired first in that because I don't remember. It depends on what cut of the movie you're seeing, for that matter. 2 RPGs? No, do the shotguns. Shotguns is by far your best bet. Yeah, shotguns are by far your best bet. Okay, blow that up. And that one. Awesome. Alright, use all of these. Perfect. And there is something up top, but we can't get to that right now. We need a vehicle to get to that. I wonder what the world record for the studs on this level is at this point. I'm sure it's something insane, like literally every other video game world record. I'm sure it's something like completely insane. Why does zombies might have a timer for the pause button? Well, it's not like an instant death type of thing. It's just that for some reason, it then pauses the game. It makes no sense, I fully agree, but it doesn't, like, kill your game or anything. It just saves your game and kicks you to the menu. In all honesty, the ability to save and quit zombies is definitely kind of a nice change, because we haven't had that in the past. This is the first game they let us do that in. And look at Modern Warfare 3, especially, for stuff like that. Modern Warfare 3 certainly didn't allow something like that to happen. Is there anything inside? I guess we can blow this one up with the ATST. And does this one? This one gives us studs. Good. Alright, got all them studs done. Yeah, that was the, that's the first Zombies game that lets you actually, like, pause and save your progress and then quit and come back to it. Which is really, really nice that they finally added that in after all these years. It's definitely a net positive. It's one of the... I mean, honestly, Zombies in Black Ops 6 is actually one of the better iterations we've gotten of Zombies in recent memory. Okay, so I think we got all the flowers. We got a lot of lampposts to destroy. We will deal with that a bit later on, once I get the ATST over there. So yeah, it was definitely a nice change, because we've never had that before. So that's actually something I have no complaints about. And the Tauntaun gives us blue studs. Excellent. Let's get all of those. That's a lot of blue studs, actually. Alright, we're almost halfway there. I don't want to use the ATST until we've used the Force on pretty much everything we can. Does it make getting the augments easier? I mean, the ability to save is obviously helpful, but I wouldn't necessarily say it makes the augments easier. And the augments are just a pain in the ass no matter how you slice it. There's not really any way to speed it up or make it really any easier. Like, the augment grind is just there to be as annoying as possible. And also, when you're doing the augment grind, stick with base game items. This is not confirmed officially, but people have said that the trophy didn't unlock for them until they did base game items. So, stick with base game items. So you're like your Juggernog, your Speed Cola, stuff like that. I don't know if that's entirely true, but several people said it back in the day. So I'm going to assume that there's a possibility that it's true. A very real possibility that might be true. Alright, now we have to spell Lego. L-E-G-O. Who do we appreciate? Us. Us. I'm going to stick to the perks. Well, I think there's not enough perks to cover the whole thing. It's perks plus, like, you have to use some of the other stuff afterward. Alright, that's going to be the G. They've done this puzzle, I guess you could call it a puzzle, really, ever since the original LEGO Star Wars. It was in that game. It was in the bonus level of the original. No. There we go. One, and that one. But yeah, definitely, you're not going to be able to do it all with just the perks. I think you're going to have to use at least a few other things. So just stick with stuff from the base game just to make sure that you get the best chance of everything going correctly. I haven't heard of any issues with it popping as long as you stick with base game stuff, so you should be fine. Okay, got that. Destroy this house using the Force specifically for all them studs. I need all them studs. I can destroy that. Okay, cool. Oh, that's the one that makes the tiny house model, isn't it? Yep, it is. It's a tiny Lego house. Now we need a tiny Lego mini minifigure to fit in it. A miniature minifigure. Get everything that's in there. Destroy all the trees. And then that's the house that just randomly starts floating away sometimes for some reason. Make sure I didn't miss anything in here. Nope, I think we're good. Yep, that house is good. Yep, that one's just randomly gonna fly away. Should just switch to Greedo, that would have been easier. And we build a vehicle. Ooh, purple stud. And we get blue studs, excellent. So I think we're about to have to go into the ATS team now that we've taken out pretty much all the buildings. Still a few things to do on the ground, but most of it's going to come from the ATST at this point. Last 120 or so thousand. 150,000. 160,000, approximately. Oh, come on. You gotta just make that turn. Come on, make the turn. There we go. Surprisingly, you don't get anything for parking. Well, I also didn't correctly park, so I guess that's fair, but still. Deserve an A for the effort. Which building a house was that easy? Cut down some trees, suddenly you have a house, yeah. I mean, my dad built the house that my parents currently live in. I mean, it took pretty much a full year of construction. Built it right before COVID, so back when stuff was pretty cheap. Or at least cheaper, for sure. Alright, blow up this building. We're already over 900,000 studs in. I like the way this is going. I think we're going to be in good shape. Ooh, I don't know how I didn't destroy that before. Alright, there's a few things on the ground up here that we still have to get. So let's plant some seeds. Alright, we're getting pretty close. It's probably the land speeder has something we have to do. Or maybe this house can be destroyed. Nope. No, the land speeder does not have anything we can do. Okay, now it's time to panic. I mean, not really. We'll just go around blowing stuff up for a second. It's probably another house I can destroy somewhere. It's like, if only it was as easy as Minecraft, where just punching a tree gives you everything you need to build a house. I think there's another flower patch somewhere. Isn't there? Or wait. No, it's not them. There might be another flower patch somewhere that I'm forgetting. Now let's just shoot everything for now until we can see what happens next. Kill everything, kill everyone. Already use the vehicles. Anything up here? We already used the Tauntaun. Yeah, I think there's another set of flowers somewhere that we have to use, if I remember correctly. Because we can't destroy that house. I feel like it's flowers. I just don't know where. Probably behind one of these houses. Let's let's go find those, because I think that's what it is. Or it might be, like, behind the Lego bricks. No, it's not that. Is it back here? No. There's nothing I can do with that. I swear this is what used to would happen with this. Would get super close and then, like, suddenly I can't get enough remaining studs. I'm sure it's something obvious, though, that I'm just missing. Maybe in here? No. It's not it. And I think I got all the flowers. Have I got every flower in the blue? We can double check. Oh, I didn't have one of them. Is that gonna be enough? Oh, that was it. Well, thank you, Rasbin. I thought I had them all because I didn't see any blue dots left on the ground, but hey, we got a trophy, so that's good. 17 minutes. I'm sure there's insane speed runs of that. Alright, back to the cantina. Let's go. So that is another trophy down, another level done. Alright. Gotta turn the extras back on. Just like if you play challenge mode, you lose your extras for some reason. They just completely disable, which is kind of dumb to me that you have to re-enable them every time, because it doesn't even matter, because you can't get studs in that mode. Man, we don't even have 6 million studs, not even close. Alright. Let's go ahead and do... This one's done. Let's just go ahead and do free play here on Rescue the Princess. Why not? We'll do challenges afterward. Just knock out all the free play stuff and then do challenges. Rather do the Slaughterhouse Trophy again in Modern Warfare 3 or the Augments Trophy. That's a good question. That is a very good question, honestly. I mean, I think the Augments took less time because I constantly had double XP tokens going. So I'd probably say the Augments as long as I have my double XP tokens, because I should still have quite a few left. Because I never used all of them, so I think that's why it went faster, was just I had double XP tokens. But if you didn't have those, obviously, it'd be a lot worse. It takes forever that way if you don't have them. Alright, I already did that one. So yeah, probably the Augments. You got the blood for these two. Nice, nice. Without the double XP, I honestly don't know. I mean, Modern Warfare 3's trophy is not hard. Like, it's not even remotely difficult. That particular trophy isn't even remotely difficult. It's just the time that it takes. Yeah, I really don't know which one I'd rather redo. Thankfully, I don't have to redo either of them, because they auto-pop. I mean, I would probably still say, though, the augment grind. because at least with that, you get to actually, like, play through the map and extract and finish rounds and stuff. Whereas with the other one, it's literally just circling zombies for 30 hours. So I'd say I'd probably still rather do the augments again over the Slaughterhouse trophy. Slaughterhouse, again, is literally just 30 hours, basically, of running circles around zombies. At least with the other one, you at least get to, like, play the game. So you actually get to feel like you're doing something. And I don't think the augment grind is quite as long, especially with the double XP. And go through this with the Ewok. Augments, you need to find stuff in the zombies games. No, you don't need to find anything. You just have to play zombies a lot. Like a lot of zombies. You don't actually have to, like, find anything. Just the longer you last in the game, the better progress you'll get toward the augments, if that makes any sense. Power down the shield generator. And we get a mini kit. Awesome. But keep going this way. And we're at least going to get that one random stormtrooper that's sitting on that ledge is still kind of hilarious. Slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Nothing we can do about that. Force that. Seven. And there's stuff we can do on the other path. Alright, so this takes us toward the end of the level. Or further through the level, at least. So we don't want to go that way just yet. So I think there's still stuff back here that I didn't get. At the very least, there's studs I can take. And get them. Perfect. Destroy all of these things. And we got True Jedi. That is a good thing, of course. Alright, so let's see if I actually missed anything back here. I think there's at least one, like, elevator or door or something I can go through. This is probably one of them. Gotta love that Leia's slapping ability is, like, more powerful than the blasters half the time. Oh, come on now, Leia. Don't be dying. Okay, I think I remember this room. Yeah, this is the clothing change room that has a challenge canister in it. I don't think it has anything else in it. I think it's just the challenge canister. Just that and studs. Which, again, is really, really weird that it would just be that. But, hey, it's a little neat little extra. Make sure the stormtrooper stops spawning in. Kill anything that might go that way. And we're good. So we're up to 7 out of 10 without the red brick. I don't know where the red brick is. We'll find it, though. Sir, you are causing problems here on the Death Star. You should not be spawning in. You need to die for that. That is your punishment. The death penalty comes up right here for that particular crime. Darth Vader thankfully activates Imperial panels. They're not Stormtrooper panels, they're actually Imperial panels, I've found out. Alright, we're gonna get our 8th mini-kit in here. I know exactly where it is. Just launch that one up there. Jump that. And then use R2 to get a nice canister. I've already gotten the one that's in here. Unless there's a... Oh, wait, there might be a second one in here, because there's a force object in here. Hang on. There's probably another one in here, then. Yeah, I'll use the force object here in just a second. See if there's anything there. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So what does that do? It's just studs? Well, that's dumb. Should be more than that. It required effort. It deserves more than just studs. You dare attack your master? Alright, so there's one we can get in here. It's that one that's up there. There's nothing in the Stormtrooper door up here. I don't... Well, actually, no. I don't know where the red brick is, so it might be up there. I'll check it here in a second. Let's get rid of all the enemies first. Alright. Stack the crates. Throw R2 in a corner. And push this. I bet there's probably like a way to glitch your way up there if you're playing this in story. Probably, because that's sort of how a lot of stuff in this game works. Alright, so this will take us up to the secret Stormtrooper hot tub room. It's the secret Stormtrooper hot tub room, and I don't think there actually is anything up here, but we do get 4 times studs while we're in here, so I would say that that is very much worth our time right now. I still think it's crazy to think about these double score zones, because they, like, maybe made one more appearance in the LEGO franchise and then never again. Just surprising. You would think they would have made them maybe a more major feature. I guess they realized with the multipliers you really don't need them. Alright, so we're missing 1 mini-kid and 1 red brick, and they both got to be in the detention area. Actually, I don't know if the red brick is here. Now I'm concerned. So if we go up this takes us to this area. I don't think this is going to do anything different now. Let me just double check and make sure. At the very least, we're going to get studs out of it. A lot of studs. That's 3. That'll be 4 when he walks right into the line of fire. Oh, wrong 4. Good 5. Missed him. I'm a stand-up kind of guy. I'm a stand-up kind of guy. That line will never not be a meme in this type of section of video games. Just studs. I mean, we need the studs. Don't get me wrong, we need them. Everything we get is good, but that's not all that helpful. Yeah, I don't know where the red brick is. Because we're going to get something at the end of the hallway here. None of these other ones do anything. These are all just empty cells. really sure where I could have missed something, though. Well, there's the mini kit. Maybe this has the red brick behind it? It does not. God, where's the red brick? You know what? I can consult our trophy guide on this as to where the red brick is. Because I'm just dumb and apparently can't remember where it is. So let me go figure out that one so I don't have to replay this level again. It's not bad for studs, but, you know, the less replaying I have to do, the better. Is that here? Oh, it's super early in the mission. Oh, I remember that. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and get that later. I'm not doing that now. It's gonna take too long. Yep, I remember where that is. I don't know how I missed that. I know exactly where that is. I'm big stupid. At least we got the mini kit done. And we're now getting 100,000 studs for every gold brick. So that's going to be really good for us. Because we're going to get like 3 million more studs just from the gold bricks. Actually, you know what? I actually don't need the red bricks. I gotta remember that. You do not need the red bricks to 100% or to beat this game. You don't need them to get the platinum, I mean. Believe it or not. As weird as that may sound, you actually don't need it to get the platinum. Alright, we get 11 minutes on this level. Is that going to give me anything? Nope. Yeah, we get 11 minutes on this level. Yeah, it's super early in the level. It's like a ledge you have to get out to and, like, hover across with R2, I believe. I know exactly what it is. I just don't remember exactly where it is. Okay, grab that. Yeah, that's the only thing is I don't remember exactly where it is. But I know what it is, at least. I feel like I've gained, like, a lot of weight this week, even though I know I technically haven't. Because someone brought, like, 3 boxes of crumble cookies to work over this week. And they're so freaking good, but they're so bad for you. Like, they're literally about the worst possible thing you could probably put in your body. But they're so freaking good. Like, they're literally nothing but, like, 5 million grams of sugar. And someone had to bring them. And I've probably gained weight because of it, even though I actually haven't gained weight. It's out here. Oh, no, it's not. It's there. Yep, that's it. It's through that door. Which I am going to double check it and make sure there isn't something out there in this version. It's through here. I don't know how I missed that. I'm not going to do that, though, again in this stream, because that would kind of be a waste of everyone's time, in my opinion. I'd rather not waste everyone's time on something stupid like that. On my own stupidness. If I lost weight before that, I was still holding steady around where I was previously. But, interestingly with that, This is about to get a lot of people probably a little bit unhappy with what I'm going to say with this, because of its alternate health methods. But, I recently acquired an anti-parasitic supplement that's apparently a combination of ivermectin and fenbendazole. Because supposedly a lot of humans have parasites in that. I've been taking it. I'm on my 4th day of it. Of the first 10-day regimen of it. And the weird thing of it is that I'm having the side effects of a parasite die-off. Which is really, really weird. But I'm actually legit having the symptoms of a full-blown parasite die-off. They hit today. All the symptoms hit today. I have no idea where that one came from. Yeah, all of the die-off symptoms hit today. It's like I've been a little bit out of it today. Alright, so we're gonna have to go back. There's stuff back there, I know for a fact, so we'll go back for it here later. Well, not later, like right here pretty much. But yeah, like, so far, today I've been having some of the parasite die-off symptoms. Which makes me think, holy shit, the parasitic theory of disease might not be entirely wrong. I mean, I've had gastric issues for a couple of years at this point. On and off, so anything that might help fix it, I'm open ears for it, so doctor's just gonna say it's either like IBS or something like that. Oh, that is dickish. Come on, we need to destroy these. Like, we're running out of time here. We have 6 of them done, but there's still more we need to get. Maybe one day do COD Classic. Well, the good thing is COD Classic will always be obtainable as long as you can purchase it. But yeah, I've been doing a parasite cleanse. First time ever in my life, and it is... I have been feeling things ever since I started it. Like, whether that be little bits of things that feel like movement or little pinpricks, or just very short-lasting little bits of pain in certain places, or stomach acting a little bit weird. And all of those symptoms apparently hit at 3 to 5 days in. It's day 4. Which makes me think this might actually not be a load of bullshit. Now, I never got the chance to fully test this with when my grandmother, when she had cancer and tragically passed away last year. We never got the chance to, like, even try to put her on any sort of anti-parasitics, unfortunately. She was already kind of close to being gone when they found it, so I guess that was part of it. Is there one in here? But it's like, I can safely say I have been feeling something going on that isn't normal. And then, like I said, today, I've definitely felt at least some of the die-off symptoms. And there might have been certain things I saw when using the bathroom that I noticed that looked a little odd. So I don't know if this whole parasite thing is actually bullshit. It's like a big old conspiracy type of thing, but I honestly don't know if it's... I'm not sure if it's really actually bullshit at this point. Because there has 100% been an effect of the ivermectin fenbendazole. It's been doing something. But I will let you guys know as we keep moving through it. But it has definitely done, like, something. Oh, they added you to that group? Okay, that's good. PS4 Vanguard will be available for you since the clan trophy auto pops. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, it's been a weird week with that. It's like earlier days didn't really feel anything, but now today it literally said in the instructions days 3 through 5 is when a lot of people experience the die-off symptoms. And the way I've been feeling today feels fairly close to what was said. Okay, so it's not up here. So I have to at least think, the scientific mind in me has to at least think that maybe there's something to this. Someone who does medical research for a living, I have to at least think there's something to this. Alright, we got it. That was harder than I expected it to be, but we got it. If we do Vanguard for the PS4, but think save that one for a while. I don't blame you. Or leave that one for a while, is the actual wording. Alright, 2.1 million. Let's go. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with that last red brick right now. It's not important. I've been fine so far, so like I'm not worried about anything. Ivermectin and fenbendazole are completely safe. Been used for 40, 50 years at this point. They're completely safe. I'm not worried about that. But I will keep you guys updated on this whole regimen. Because if any real truth comes out of it, as someone who works in the medical field and does medical research for a fucking job, if something positive comes out of this, I am going to report it to anyone that I can. I feel like that's my fucking civic duty at that point. If anything positive comes out of this, I need to tell people about it. No matter how weird it sounds. Because there's a lot of theories now floating around that, like, a lot of illnesses are caused by parasites. And I don't necessarily know how true all of it is, but there's a lot of theories tied to it now that there's a lot of stuff that's caused specifically by parasites, including cancer. That your tumor, your cancerous tumor, is a nest of parasites. And that's why if you get a biopsy of it, it just gets worse because it then proceeds to spread throughout the entire body instead of being contained in a sac somewhere. Again, I don't know how much I believe all that, but I'm basically doing scientific method here because I'm basically testing this stuff on myself to find out if there's any truth to it. And again, if there is, I am making sure I let everyone that I can know. I don't have that big of an audience, but if I can help anyone with it, I am going to. Yeah, if I can help anyone, I am going to tell them anything that I know. That's what your stepdad had. But yeah, like, and a lot of it does make sense because it's like, my simple questioning of working within this field is, why do anti-parasitic drugs work against cancer for a lot of people? Not everyone. But why does an anti-parasitic work against cancer for a lot of people? There's no logic behind that just on the basis of saying it. There's absolutely no logic behind it just by saying it. If an anti-parasitic works on something, then you would assume it has some tie to parasites. No matter how bizarre it might sound. Like, that's just simple logic right there. Like, if something works against parasites and it suddenly works against cancer, then there has to be at least some reason to look into it further and see if there's a tie to it. I mean, given that we're currently working on 4 fucking studies studying a single fucking gene in people that have kidney disease, because yes, that's literally what every study I'm working on right now is. It's like literally just a fucking test to see if you have certain genes and how that affects the kidney disease, and if there's certain meds that can help it. If we can dedicate that much to that one insanely specific topic, then I think we can dedicate a little bit to actually looking further into all of this. You know? Like, at this point I have to wonder, like, is the cure for cancer something as simple as an anti-parasitic? Is it possible that that's something that's a thing? It might be too late for, like, my grandmother or for your stepdad, but I want to see if it's actually going to be a thing that works. And like I said, I am gonna go through my whole regimen of this thing, and we're gonna see if anything insane comes out of my body. Because I've seen the videos and stuff of it. I don't know how true all of them are, but there are a lot of, like, videos and pictures and everything out there of people that claim they did, like, a parasite cleanse and this insane shit came out of their body. Like, actual, like, gigantic worms and stuff and flukes and all that kind of stuff. And, like, American doctors will think you're crazy if you bring up the idea of parasites because they think of it as a third world disease. It's really not. You can get a parasite from undercooked meat. You can get a parasite from walking barefoot in the dirt. You can get a parasite from bad water. That's all, like, scientifically confirmed. You can get a parasite through all sorts of different things like that. So you can get it through all those different means. So to say that it can't happen here, to me, seems very, very ignorant of the way the world works. You can get it from animals. There's a million different ways you can get a fucking parasite. What made me take it? Part of it is curiosity. Because again, like I said, ivermectin and fenbendazole have been around for decades. They're perfectly safe. They're not going to hurt you from taking them, even if you're healthy. It was more the idea of, like I said, I've had, like, gastric issues for the last couple of years. I remember I first mentioned it even a couple of years ago. It was the first time I was starting to have the issues. And there's a possibility that that is what it's tied to. Okay, this is being kind of annoying out of nowhere. So it was just kind of wanting to see if there's any truth to it. Is there any tie to this? Because I definitely believe in a lot of the alternative medicine, the Eastern medicine that worked for thousands of years before Big Pharma came along. Because I do not trust the pharmaceutical industry in the slightest. Because guess what? I work for the fucking pharmaceutical industry. I don't fucking trust them in the slightest, and you shouldn't either. If you want to lose all faith in the healthcare system, go work for the healthcare system. If you want to lose all faith in, like, pharmaceutical companies, work in the field of pharmaceutical companies. You will lose any and all faith you ever had in, like, anything in the medical field. Because you will see just how broken and how corrupt and how just fucked up it is. If you want to lose faith in that, you will. If you work in this field for any amount of time. And it's sad because, like, it's crazy because when I was a kid, you know, you took all your vaccines, and doctors and everything were completely trustworthy, upstanding, high-ranking members of society. And now, in all honesty, I don't trust most anyone, for that matter, with health. Because I don't know who's corrupted and who's not. And I know that there's a lot that are corrupted, unfortunately. Because I've worked with quite a few of them, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks when you get to that reality. But it is reality. Got that one already. I think I've got the red bricks, so 2 more mini kits. And it just absolutely sucks because, like, your reality gets shattered. You've thought something all your life, and then you work in this field for a few years, developing medicines and tests and drugs and stuff like that for 5 or 6 years. And you realize just how fucked up of a system it is. And that they will put anything. They will put profits above anything. That is one of the things I found. And it is 100% true. They will put profits above anything. They're not in it to help people. They're in it to make money. Even if it doesn't help people, even if it kills people, they're in it to make the money. And again, it sucks that I had to find this out the hard way of working in the field. And, like, again, had I known COVID was going to be a thing, I would have picked a different major in college. I wouldn't have gone into healthcare. Part of it was, you know, the idea of being able to make good money, but part of it was the idea that I get to actually potentially help people do something with my life after doing absolutely nothing with most of my life. And as it turns out, I'm probably going to continue doing almost nothing positive, at least. Because I can't trust a single one of these companies that we work with. Because, let me let you guys in on a brand new secret type of thing that I think you guys deserve to know about. It's not really a secret, necessarily, but it's just something I can now fully confirm about our field. Next week, actually, next week, I am going on a business trip up to Boston. Boston. That was the worst fucking Bostonian accent ever. Yeah, I'm going on a business trip up to Boston. I call it a business trip, but you'd be hard-pressed to call these things business trips. Hardly trust any company? Good. Then you're going along the right path. But, like, going up to Boston for what they will call a business trip. Why is Vader in here? Wait, why is he still in here? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna... Wait, what? What am I supposed to do about this? What do you want me to do about this? Okay, good, he's dead. Okay, then. Is this gonna be studs? Because I've got everything now, so... And I'll take the studs, don't get me wrong, I'll take the studs. Can't even do Liberty Falls, dying at the part where you're turning the wheel. But it's like... Yeah, I'm going up to Boston in a couple of days for a study-related meeting. So, it's what they call, like, an investigator meeting for a study for, you know, a new drug trial. And they have the money to pay for everyone's flights out there, everyone's hotel, and the hotel we're staying at is not some shithole. It's like a 4.5-star hotel. It's barely short of 5 stars as a hotel in Boston, which is not the most expensive city in the US, but it ain't cheap. And basically all this meeting is the first day that... It's 2 days. So the first day, which is Thursday that I get there, it's literally a 2-hour-long, basically mingling session that involves food and alcohol that they give to us, paid for by them. Paid for by the drug companies. And that's like the first... That's the 2 hours on the first of the 2 days that we're there, is just basically a mingling session fully paid for by these drug companies to let you schmooze your way in with people, get to know people, get contacts in the field. They will try to win you over with how great their drug is going to be for one thing or another. Stuff like that. All that kind of good stuff. And don't get me wrong, I ain't turning down a free vacation. It's basically a 2-day vacation. And I ain't turning that down because it's all free. But even so, it's that. And then the second day is like a 3-hour lecture about the study drug or whatever it is. It's like 3 hours of that. But breakfast is included for free and lunch is included for free. And this is all stuff that could... Here's the thing about this. All this stuff could be done over Microsoft Teams or Zoom or something. Easily. Could be done over the internet in the modern day. Did that not count? I guess it didn't. So yeah, all this stuff could easily be done over the internet. But they're shelling out probably several $100,000 to bring all these people in. This is the kind of money they have. From their levels of corruption and greed. This is the kind of money they have. I can promise you, any food we're given is not going to be bottom shelf food. It ain't going to be bottom shelf liquor either. It's probably going to be top shelf liquor and pretty high quality food, or at the very least, the food in the hotel, if we have to provide our own food, that's going to be reimbursed to us. It ain't going to be, you know, cheap, crappy food. They have the money for all of this, is the thing. And you don't get to that point if you're not corrupt. Is a lot of what I'm getting at with this. Look, again, don't get me wrong. It's basically a 2-day paid vacation. I'm not complaining about that aspect of it. I'm complaining about it as a human talking to other humans. That these people are not right. These are not good people. At all. Okay, so challenge mini kit there. And challenge mini kit here. And then red brick here. We're not going to worry too much about the red brick. Let's go ahead and get this challenge break done. So yeah, it's just like, it is a very, very corrupted thing to deal with. Snakes and liars, pretty much. I will absolutely let you guys know anything interesting that happens there, though. Anything that could potentially be considered interesting, I will absolutely let you guys know. Anything that could potentially be against these kinds of people, I will absolutely let you guys know. And that way, if they try to do anything to me, I have people out there. I have 5,000 people out there that can share anything. And that's a nice benefit of having social media. Because God forbid anything happens to me, there are people out there, all of you guys, and family and everything, that will hear every word of it. So no one will get away with anything officially. I will give you guys all the tea for sure. The funny thing about this, though, to me, is that I am a very antisocial person. So the fact that my company's sending me to go do this surprises me. It's like, other people have been to other meetings, sure, but like, I'm a very antisocial person in normal day-to-day living, which probably is not the best for like this kind of networking stuff. Now, I can bullshit my way through any conversation if I need to. I've learned that I have that skill. I saw that at my previous job, and I can do it here too if I need to. So I can bullshit my way through any conversation that I need to bullshit my way through. That's not a problem. And I don't doubt that there are probably at least a few people in these companies that are not bad people that actually do want to do good. People like myself that joined up wanting to actually do good and actually help people. I don't doubt that they exist, for sure. I know they exist. I know a few people like that that exist. It's just they're a minority of it. On a trip, it would be same. I enjoy the perks of the job. I mean, it's just, I'm at a point where I've talked about this before, that I despise the field that I'm in. Not just the employers I've had in the past, but just the field that I'm in general. Because it's so messed up. It's not who I am as a person. I went into this field to help people. I didn't go into this field for all the bullshit that's happened ever since COVID. Or probably before that as well, but especially in the COVID era, post-COVID era. I didn't go into the field for these purposes. I went in because I wanted to help people. Okay, can you please grab hold that? Thank you. Okay, so there's one right there. Is there one over here? There is not. Okay. That's fine. Easy enough. Alright, see you later, TJ. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so we got a mini kit down there. There's not one anywhere else up here, so we just gotta drop down that hole now. Wait, oh crap, that's not actually something I needed to do, is it? Okay, how do I get up there? I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, like, as long as they're gonna pay for me to have basically effectively a vacation in Boston for 2 days, I'm gonna take them up on that. I'm not gonna turn that down. But I'm gonna be there getting what I can. Anything I can share that I feel is gonna be needed or necessary. Or could potentially do anything in our favor in the future. Because guess what? It's gonna be us, the working class, that eventually fixes a lot of this shit. That's why we elected Trump. Alright, is there anything in the C-3PO room? Yes, there is. Yeah, if you ever want to despise the healthcare field for any reason, or especially the drug development field, go work for it. You'll learn pretty damn quick how screwed up it is. It's almost laughable sometimes. And in all honesty, like... Is there one in here? I don't think there is one in here, actually. No, I'm surprised they wouldn't put one in here. Yeah, that's actually very surprising. Like, especially my parents were never this level, any level of distrustful in the medical field until I started working in it. That's a double switch, isn't it? It is, yep. Like, my parents never would have been distrusting of anything in the medical field, especially prior to COVID. You know, they fully believe in, you know, everything, you know, all the medicines, what doctors tell you, vaccines, all that kind of stuff. But they've seen the shit that I've gone through and the shit I've been able to tell them. And I think they've started to realize we might not be entirely right on this. At least I can hope that's what's happened. Because back when the whole COVID vaccine thing happened, you know, they were definitely, even my own family, pretty much my entire family was pushing me to take it. I refused, because I knew from the beginning I wasn't trusting that damn thing. And now they all pretty much see my point of view with it and agree with it. I'm not taking the thing. I never took it, and I'm very proud to say that I never took it. It's the biggest psyop in the history of the planet, probably. And I never fell into it. Like, everyone I knew was pushing me to take it. And I never did. I knew from day one that it came out that I was not taking it. I was never gonna let that happen. No, sir. That was rude. But yeah, I knew from day one I was never going to take it. Because I was not going to trust it. Because, again, and this is the thing that I still don't understand of people that I know that took it that I told not to. I literally work in the fucking field of drug development. I'm telling you that this thing should not be taken. I literally work in the field that created it. I am telling you, don't take it. But no one listened. No one listened. Or very few people listened. I literally work in the fucking field that develops this exact kind of item. I'm the only one in my entire family, my entire extended family, out of all my friend group and everything, that works in the clinical research and drug development fields. I would tell anyone, don't take this thing. But no, I'm just a crazy conspiracy theorist. I can't be trusted, I'm just a crazy conspiracy theorist. They got stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Even though I was at my job in South Carolina on January 6th. Not getting into the January 6th stuff, though. That's like... I never trusted it. And quite frankly, after the forcible push they put on us with it, because in the healthcare field especially, we went through absolute hell trying to get out of taking it. As I can tell you from experience, most of the healthcare people that took it did it purely because it was for their jobs. They did not want to take it, they were forced to, against their will. It was either that or lose your job, lose your paycheck, your kids are going to starve type of world. That's exactly what happened to a lot of them. That was their reasoning for it, which is understandable. But that was their reason for it. It was not because of keeping people safe and shit like, and all that bullshit. It was, take it, or you're not going to have food to feed your family. Because you're going to lose your job or whatever. And I will never forget which presidency forced that upon us. I will never forget that. I'm an independent, but I will never vote for that particular party ever again because of that. But I'll get off my soapbox now. It's about midnight, so glad to see that several of y'all didn't take it either. Glad to see that. Alright, 2.5 million, 2.6 million almost. Basically everything in episode 4 got completed here. Yep, you can wonder who it was. We all know who it was that tried to force it. So I got one red brick I missed here because I'm a stupid, stupid boy. And one challenge mini kit. And of course, Super Story and all that bullshit. I hate Super Story just because it was broken for so long for me and I could never finish the game because of it. Alright guys, that's going to be it for tonight. 67% in. Got lots of characters we can purchase, but they're honestly kind of expensive. I have the ghost characters available too, but they're just too damn expensive. Sure, buy a ship, why not? Anything interesting in here I can buy that I really won't? Actually, stuff like Fast Force is beneficial, and so is Super Blasters. The extra damage you get from it is really, really beneficial, and so is Fast Build. So I am actually going to buy those. And the mini kit detector. I am actually going to buy all of this stuff because it actually is at least useful. I wish there was a stud sheet in this game, though. There isn't, surprisingly. Alright, but yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. I will either be back online tomorrow or Sunday. Either tomorrow or Sunday. And I have no idea what I'm going to be playing. I really have no clue what I want to play next. Yes, we have college football, but I don't know if I want to play that. I might play something else. I honestly don't know. We got to get the Mayo games done, though. That's important. And then Black Ops 6 is also important. So we will figure all that out for the next stream. But thank you guys for stopping by. The Modern Sly franchise is done. Excitingly, I can start working on that video at some point. So I will see y'all back here either tomorrow or Sunday.